I don't know if it was just me, but I was able to retire Brindler's character fairly easily in my. Maybe it's just because I'm simple-minded. I get.
You don't really care. You forget about people.
I'm a simple man.
You know, no, I like playing Brindler. Like it was fun playing the character, but like by the end of it was 2 years of being the same character. So I was like I know where he's at. It's he's in a good place. Like. In my mind, where we all ended, I was like, I'm cool with that ending.
I texted you something, I can't remember what it was, but you're like, I'm done with Brindler, I'm done.
No, it wasn't that rude.
I don't want to talk about
I
it
didn't
anymore.
mean for it to be that rude. I think I did say something. I was like, yeah, I'm pretty moved on from Brindler. Like, I'm happy where he's at. I didn't mean for it to be that rude.
No.
My boy, he's retired.
Yeah, he's retired, bro. He's retired, yeah. It was different after 2 weeks not getting together to play.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
It
saying?
was weird, yeah. The
But
second
then-
week rolled by, and I'm like, oh, we don't have
but then
it.
the holidays kicked in, so I was like, I wouldn't really be focused anymore.
And everything was so busy in general, so
Yeah.
it was the perfect time to take end a campaign.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And
For
I
sure.
went out of town almost immediately afterwards, so
Oh, yeah.
for me,
That's true. It was what, Universal?
yeah.
Yeah.
So not until Christmas Eve did I really have get home and
Oh, shit.
settle,
Yeah.
Settle.
which was
Chill.
great.
Yeah, we might have to consider that for this next campaign.
Yeah.
Just taking a Christmas break or something.
For sure.
Maybe that'd be better for us.
Yeah,
sure.
holiday break.
Unless we're getting paid.
Unless we get into it, bro. Unless we're locked in.
This will be Twitch streaming and making that dough.
Yeah.
Cash money, what? I mean, maybe. Who knows?
Wouldn't hurt to try.
Yeah, who knows the future?
Oh yeah, for real. There are a handful of NPCs that I'm definitely gonna miss playing. I always wanted to play Hair and Dustcloud so many more times.
He was one of the fun characters. He was one of
Remind
the
me who that
enjoyable ones.
was?
He's the guy who he talked like the guy from Knives Out. Is it Knives Out? Hair and Dustcloud had a little bit of a
Yeah.
Was he
country accent to
Was he
him.
an
Yeah.
Eric?
What's his
Croak?
name?
Eric
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
He was the wizard or
Yeah.
whatever in the what was it, the Rivertown?
Yes, it was. Oh, something River Break. I
Yeah,
think?
it was something it was River something.
Let me
Yeah.
pull up the notes real quick if you don't mind.
Oh,
Get my laptop
Mr.
right here,
Notes
boys.
guy over
Stand
here.
by. Although I did feel like I was like, damn. You had texted me and asked me a question, after we had already finished.
Yo,
and
I
was
asked you one and I asked Donna one.
Yep.
Neither one.
Because
Damn, yeah.
I'm still listening. I haven't even gotten to the part where I come in yet. I'm still listening to the it's not like a rewatch, but re-listen. I mean, I do want to get to the point where it starts on YouTube and then rewatch it. But I could not find it.
I think it was
River Break.
River
Break. Hair and Dust Cloud.
Yeah.
I do want to step up my notes game because you have very
Jesus,
impressive
Benji.
notes. You were pulling from session
Yeah,
zero.
but I need better organization for my notes. It is
No,
just
same. That's what
going
I'm saying.
back
I
and
need
finding
to-
something is hard.
Yeah, but you can at least do a file search or whatever.
Yeah, I
command
just did that
search.
for that.
Yep, exactly. And I can't when I'm writing them down, but I don't want to click clack in the mic.
No, I don't give a fuck because I'm not gonna remember this
Clickety
shit.
clack.
I'm over here on the keyboard.
I know. I didn't want to say it, but I'm like.
Anybody like that space bar?
Yeah.
Anytime I even breathe, this chair.
Oh my
It's
god,
all the-
yeah. I can't remember if it was the very last session or the session before that, but I'm just moving in my chair constantly out of nerves and it's just creaking.
There were probably 3 or 4 times during that campaign where my chair made farting noises. I was like, "Goes the chair."
Well, you shouldn't actually fart on camera. Who would do that?
Yeah, it was the chair each time.
Who would do that?
Fucking loser.
Does somebody
Probably.
fart on camera?
Yes.
What? You don't remember? Alright, well let's just leave it at that.
Oh yeah, well that'd be
Who
like
was
an
it?
Easter egg you have to hunt for. You just go through campaign 1 and find out
Who
farts
was
on
the
camera.
party pooper?
I like to poop a party.
Alright, before we get too far, let me do an introduction of the sort. So we are doing a bit of a recap of campaign 1. It's been Shit, did we say like a month and a half?
It's been a while. Yeah.
I mean, that's
Month
good.
and a half, roughly.
Yeah. Since we wrapped up, and so we're doing a little chit chat, hanging out, talking about some of our favorite moments, this and that, and then we're going to do a bit of a what happened to you fuckers about a year later.
We all died.
Yeah.
So,
The end.
We
something a little
upped
lighthearted, a little fun,
ourselves.
just to give you a chance to roleplay one last time,
Yeah,
or just talk about your
No
character.
role
one
play.
last
I thought we were.
Yeah,
just-
you know what I mean. Like talk
Oh,
about your
okay.
character, and it's an interview style question.
Yeah, just kind of like
Yeah,
a wrap of the campaign since we ended so soon.
abruptly. Yeah,
Okay.
since it was like 2:00 in the morning and we were
Yes.
dead
Wrap
tired.
it up.
We were like,
Wrap
all
it
right.
up.
I was dead.
Yeah,
on my
maybe
feet.
that was a little too much. And then, hey, we would have gone longer if y'all would have let me just play my game. Of letting me cast these.
The long game. The long con.
Did
That's
you
the long
watch
one.
my
You've gotta
face
get the
in
one
end?
I
Ace
didn't
in
because
there.
I was so embarrassed by that I was like, I can't. I was so embarrassed. Oh my god. Still to this day I am.
I look back at our tweets,
Oh my God.
our text, and I was like, "Yo, you do whatever you need." Oh, I think that we can do this, and I was like,
I was
"Oh,
just.
yeah."
I was not thinking. I was just thinking if we use it, Wolf and Giselle die automatically, and I was
at
like, I
all.
think we can get out of this without anybody dying. That's where my head was at. I wasn't thinking about what we had previously discussed. Which
I'm like,
was
all of us were
not
like,
every-
we're there.
We're
You
like,
Yeah.
don't
go.
have to worry
No.
about us. We're good.
Yeah,
You just
yeah.
fucking do
It's
it.
overkill
Yeah.
right now.
And plus, that was maybe it was getting late.
It
and I
was
just
so-
I wasn't processing shit
Oh, yeah,
like I
we
normally would
all-
have.
My contacts, I think I think I have my contacts in. My eyes were so tired, guys.
Oh, yeah.
I was like,
Damn.
Yo, it cracks me up whenever you like send me a clip that you recorded as you watch it, and it's like,
Me?
look at me, I'm falling asleep right here.
"Oh yeah."
Yo, I didn't even see that.
That's what I
Yeah.
said. Or yeah, I sent you that, and I was like, I think my eyes are closed for a little bit too, and I'm sleeping.
Oh man,
And I
Worth it.
absolutely.
It was. I didn't. Honestly, I never expected it to go that long.
Oh
and
yeah. Suddenly, I remember looking at the time and it was 11, and then suddenly somebody said it's 1 a.m. and I'm like, what the frick?
Yeah.
I feel like for me, it was like 10:30, and then it was 2 a.m.
Yeah. About right.
That shit.
What did Lauren
Oh.
say?
She was asleep.
She was
didn't
already
give a fuck.
asleep?
Yeah.
She didn't say nothing.
Wait, the
She
next-
goes to bed at like
No, but like the next
10
morning,
a.m.
was she like, dang, what time did you come home?
No.
Oh, alright.
I normally go to bed between around 1 a.m. So
Damn.
she's just used to me.
During the week, too?
I go to
Couple more.
bed at like
Sometimes.
Little
9.
funnier
When did you
versions.
wake up?
If you want to try one of those.
Like 7:30, right?
That's rough.
It's 6.5 to 7 hours.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you're right.
If you fall asleep immediately.
I do. Like the second I hit my pillow, I'm passed out, bro.
I wish
Lucky.
I watch
I
one
know,
episode
I
of
wish I
House
could do
Hunters and
that.
I fall asleep.
Yo,
House.
I do because
Yo.
Lauren
Hey.
falls asleep to it. I
Ratio.
come in,
All the
I'm
sneakers
like,
are coming
I just start
out.
watching what's going on. I'm like, shit, are they gonna buy this?
I know.
Or I'll hate watch sometimes.
It's the
Like if I
second
hate the
option.
couple or the realtor, I'm like, this dude's a fucking idiot, dude. And I just have to see. I was like, they're gonna pick the worst house. I need to make sure they do because they're fucking stupid. You know? I'm like, I just am like hate watching at that point.
Need to make sure.
I was like, I need to make sure
The
you
worst
suffer, bro.
house.
I just watch Seinfeld to fall
Same.
asleep, quite honestly.
I
Right
mean,
now,
I can watch
it's a
anything,
Seinfeld,
but,
like,
yeah.
rerun.
Seinfeld's a good one. Seinfeld's
It
a
is.
good
I
one.
mean, if they
Get this
didn't
shit on
take
repeat.
The Office off of Netflix, I probably would still continue to watch
Mm.
that and Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
Wait, they took it off Netflix?
Oh yeah.
They took
For a
Parks and Rec
while.
off like a year ago.
Yeah.
No, over a year. It
Sometimes
was like
they were
2
I don't
or
have
3 years
Netflix,
Bro,
ago.
it's
so-
been like three
Yeah.
or more
Yeah.
years.
It's on Peacock, and then Peacock's going under.
It is on
because
Peacock.
Yeah.
They do the fuck you stupid bullshit where they're like, oh, here's 3 seasons on us. Oh, you want to watch the rest? You gotta sign up.
That's good actually.
You fuckers.
Yeah, it was a failed move on their
Mine
part.
looks rough.
Yeah.
And then
Because I'm like, that just
good,
pisses me off. Because I'm like, you're
Take the-
obviously roping me in,
I
and
just heard.
I'm not fucking with that.
You know what? Right next door at that point.
Yeah.
They gotta get one that appears tomorrow. Like
That's gonna hurt so bad.
I don't think so. I think this is like the least.
I can't believe you did your septum. That one, it's got to be worse than piercing the lip.
They say the lip is like literally 4 pain wise. Honestly.
A 4?
On a scale of 10?
And your nose was a 10?
My septum? No, everything here and here was fine. The only thing that hurt was nipples and the conch piercing.
Yeah, of course.
That was
Obviously.
fucking evil.
Yeah,
Obviously.
it's pretty painful.
They're like, that'll heal in a year. Will it?
I know, for real. It's taking for fucking ever.
You're a liar. They're liars. It doesn't.
They told me to come back in 6 months.
To what?
Quit hogging the blue over there.
That I could change it out.
You could change it out now. You have yours literally healed in 3 weeks.
What do you mean? It's still tender.
Okay, well, you never say anything about it, so.
Oh yeah.
Not to brag, I used to have my ears pierced.
Oh, and the white.
Kind of a big deal.
Lows.
I used to have gauges.
No fucking way.
Yeah.
Can you get me the white?
How
Not
do
as
they
big
come
as
back
not as big
together?
as
The
his.
white.
Oh.
Not that big.
Damn, Donna!
I didn't want to interrupt your conversation.
Oh, this is an interrupting kind of conversation. all
Take
right,
it
all right.
out,
Let's
bitch.
see.
How do you want to do
Campaign 1.
this?
What do you mean? How do I do this? We're still chit chatting.
Oh.
Just chit chat.
Yeah.
Just chat.
I don't feel like getting serious. You guys are painting.
Just
What about
I can concentrate.
least favorite or favorite NPC?
Least and favorite?
Yeah.
So
do
let's do
one.
least favorite.
Least favorite
Ori,
friend. That guy was a
obviously.
dick.
Friend. Yeah, toxin ghoul friend.
No, just friend. Friend was a dick.
Or, yeah.
Game got so many things. So much
My
money.
first interaction with him was there's an owlbear rug, and I'm like, I hate this guy.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah. I think for me it was friend, just because I
Really?
initially had like this feeling about him.
Yeah.
For like
He is kind of
from the beginning.
Yeah, he is kind of
Day
listening
one
back
type
to the
shit.
Yeah,
sessions. He
I
was
felt
kind of
like I always-
sketch. Like there was one thing I can't remember what it was, but one thing he said, and I just started laughing because I'm like, oh, what I know now.
It's just the way he talks.
Captain Tab.
He talks in a way like he's tricking you somehow.
Yeah, like
Friend, you know
he
what
always
I'm
wanted
saying?
to use this, is what I felt as Kristen.
Yes.
And then what I also felt as Watson. Was
Yeah, he was always like, hey,
Fuck
get,
you.
get this
Why
for
are you
me.
trying to get all of our stuff from
Right.
us?
I was just like, why are you after every artifact in
Right.
the entire land?
Well, that's why
Like,
I
every
didn't.
job.
That's why I
Hey,
didn't trust
sus,
him, even
bro.
though we made amends. He was like, "Oh, hey, get this like gem that's like super powerful. Oh, it may not exist," and I'm just like,
Did he really make amends though?
"Yeah, right." He gave us a cursed mirror.
Well, you just relived a memory from your childhood. Nothing wrong with that.
Fuck this guy.
Captain Tabs was kind of insufferable.
Hey,
I love Captain Tabs.
I know you.
Fucking love Captain Tabs.
He
Hold on,
was
I have a
bit
question.
insufferable.
Captain Tabs is
Or-
coming back.
I have a question for
coming
Brindler
No,
specifically.
he should not come back.
He's coming
He
back.
should not come back. Damn it. Sorry, Don. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, that's okay. I have a question for you specifically. Was there any NPC that your character actually liked?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because I feel like every NPC
yeah.
you're like, oh, I don't like this guy.
It was before your time, Mare Bear.
Oh,
Loved
Mare Bear. That's
Mare Bear's
Yeah.
a classic.
Yeah,
Whenever
Giselle
I
never
read
got
the
to
email,
meet
I
Mare
sent you
Bear.
that
Yeah.
text, and I was like, "Oh, Mayor Bear made the cut."
Yeah, Mare Bear's good. He's a W.
Oh, the thing that you sent us, yeah.
Honestly, I didn't know
Some
there was an email
say-
until today because I'm a horrible
I'm so
person.
sad about our house. I'm seriously so sad. I'm like, no, the house on the hill.
I would like to think that we collectively decided to sell that property
Mm-hmm.
I would like to
for
say
whatever reason.
Okay.
Well, it doesn't exist, but I would like to say we like rebuilt, like we found Total and found a hill and rebuilt a house
Yeah.
on a hill.
I mean, I'm fine with
Different house on a different hill.
Different house on a hill, yeah.
A bigger house on a different hill.
A bigger house, a better one.
that. Silent Hill.
The real question is, what about Marigold? Is she alive?
Nope, she doesn't exist in this world.
You tried to give her away, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear
I'm
it.
about to point a hot
Brent
wax
holds,
all
her
over your.
Brent holds her leads for like 10 minutes, and he's like, apparently this person doesn't
He's
care about
not
this
my,
team
or
working
she's not
anymore.
my horse. I'm just.
Fuck. Alright, I definitely want to talk about that after we do the NPC thing. That was one of my favorite moments. What about you, go? Oh, you said, what was one of your favorites?
Oh,
One of
shoot.
my favorites.
I never actually answered that.
Even though I wasn't playing as Wolf, Gary Air.
Mm.
Fucking loved either Gary Air or the Oracle.
Oh,
Those
nice.
were my two favorite
Oracle.
NPCs because the Oracle is just your character. Like I just like that character, and then Gary Air was just fun.
When was
Okay,
it
just
that
fun.
you said his name? Because like they knew your character, but like when was it that you said like, oh, by the way, this is my name, and like the players lost their shit or something?
I think it was when we sat down in the basement of Morningstar Tavern when you ran into Iwan for the first time. And you went below underground and you met one of Axel's cousins, another rabbit.
All the rabbits.
So many hairs.
Yeah.
So many
No, that was my
hairs.
brother.
I'm pretty sure it's that one.
Oh shit, who was it?
Because that was a big info dump.
Yeah. I think my favorite NPC was Total. I absolutely loved him. And I loved just every time we'd come back, you just put your shirt back on your head. I'm like, yes,
I did
Total.
like him a lot.
Total.
He was
Total was
great. He was great. Gary Air was hilarious though too.
I like Timon, but for obvious reasons.
Oh, timing gave me a lot of stress.
I was gonna say, would Zaj and Snow count as NPCs?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Because I liked that whole
thing.
dynamic.
Really?
I mean, well, I
It
like
was just
Zaj.
different.
I love the broody characters, and then when you said he looks like Tom Sturgis, I'm like, yeah, I like Zaj.
ask Caleb what the least favorite characters that he liked to voice were.
Was it
Snow and
Zaj?
Zaj.
Seriously? Because I just
you're
like
always
the
talking to
dynamic
them.
that
He was like,
it was like this, like
It's like go back and forth.
the characters. They always seemed like there was something more to them, and it was always alluding to like there's something more. Like, do you want to learn more? Yes.
There is.
Like,
I mean,
kind
they
of
could be
thing.
fleshed out a hell of a lot more in regards to whatever, but it's
I-
like time consuming too in terms of like gameplay.
Yeah.
Like how long you want to fuck around with shit like that, you know?
I was gonna say I could definitely tell, unless I'm completely wrong, but I could definitely tell, like when Zaj was off on a mission or like Snow was off on a mission, you just didn't want to play them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Either I was already juggling too much.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you had so many characters to play.
I
Especially
have-
like at the end when everybody came back and we were like all in the
Yeah.
room at the same time.
I have
It's
a
like, oh
character
God, they're all
that
talking.
I love to hate. That's Simone.
Yes, you hated her.
Oh.
The bitch just threw herself
Fucking
into
bitch
the
just
I remember
sank in
that.
the
Yeah,
mud,
I remember
yeah.
that shit.
bitch.
You hated her so
Classic.
much.
And you and I were just like, what do we do?
I was just
What
like,
do we
what
do?
the fuck? I was like, that actually just happened?
I think you went in after her, and my character was just like,
In
well,
shock.
I guess we can move on.
Rip.
That was something that was maybe the first time where I got caught off guard.
Yeah.
Where I was like, you caught me lacking, bro. I was like,
Yeah.
damn, like, what the fuck are we supposed to do? Because I felt like we were stranded out there.
Yeah.
Because she was like our guide. She was like our guide or something.
Oh,
you
you
know?
had Uncle Ori.
And that Brett
Uncle
hated.
Ori could have jumped in.
Uncle Ori and Wolf did not get along.
The what?
Well, he stole
Uncle
your
Ori.
bagpipes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No, yeah, one of my
I had
least favorite
bagpipes.
NPCs, Uncle
You
Ori.
don't anymore because you gave
Yeah.
them to Uncle
This
Ori.
is really.
He didn't steal them, though.
No,
It's
you
actually
gave
harder
Uncle Ori your
than I
bagpipes.
think
I
it is
smashed
to
his
look at
loot.
it this way.
Like,
Oh, I
Smashed,
agree.
no, you smashed my loot.
Yeah, because it's hard for your
I
depth
smashed
perception.
all his
Oh,
loot,
you did,
too.
you did.
I don't use it at all.
Wolf did not like the loot.
Yes, and
You
that's
just
why
use
you
it to
gave him
look
your
at it.
I
bagpipes.
just strain my
Yeah.
eyeballs. I'm like, oh, this sucks.
Because you're like, I'm sorry for smashing your loot. Here's some bagpipes.
Wolf was not a fan of the loot.
Wolf was not a fan of bards. I love.
Ori was the reason
I
why.
loved that. Yeah, it's like, are you a bard? Fucking hate bards. But hold on, when did you
I love a
break?
bard. I just don't love a fucking heavily musical bard.
Yeah, he was always playing his little
Shit.
thing, thing, thing. When did Wolf smash the guy's nose? Was that in the
That was the
by
pre-
yourself? The
yeah.
pre.
That was so in his backstory, Tito Pumpernickel was
Yeah.
just like
Tito Pumpernickel.
his like arch nemesis that he didn't know about. He didn't even know that Tito was like out to get him. Wolf is just going along his
Tito.
merry way, and Tito Pumpernickel is like on his coattails, like trying to end him.
I
That's
caught
what
that.
Tito-
I think in like episode 1, you
That's
were
why
like everybody
Wolf was
make
drunk.
perception
And
checks, and
Tito's.
like no one was rolling
Oh,
high
yeah.
enough, and like
Mhm.
wasn't Tito following them?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I
caught
think
that.
the first like
Actually, I was.
I think there's maybe
That's a
like
good point.
3 instances where I sprinkled him in the
I didn't-
background.
I didn't
Dude.
even put a P in.
The way that you played Tito out, though, where Wolf was like, wait, come to Lumberton, and he's just gone. And I'm like, you son of a bitch.
Damn, it's so
Because it would be such, like, that situation. Like, Wolf wouldn't even know that, like, ruined his life and everything. And then he'd be like, wait, I want to give you a job. And Tito would just be like, no, see you, bitch. I'm gone.
Revenge was foiled.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't understand anything I just said.
Exactly.
I
hate
your
you.
fucking guts. Burn in hell.
Oh my god, I love that.
What about you?
That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, worst to play and best to play.
Worst to play. I would say. Damn, it's kind of hard. This one is more or less tied to the accent. So I would have to say Timon because I can't fucking do a Scottish accent.
You weren't terrible.
It takes me a minute to get in there and then I'll slip out real fast.
But I like the way that you did, like,
What was it? What was it of like when he came back? You were like,
No, you said that's what she said.
brother or something. I don't know. It was like really weird. And then I think you just played it off as time and being drunk.
It's very like cadency and like it's hard to jump into the cadence raw.
It
And I'm
is,
like, oh shit.
yeah.
So we're just
We're just rolling with it.
but okay. In your defense, though, when I imagined Timon in my head, he did not have a Scottish accent.
Oh.
Why is
Why did I
every?
do that then?
Because
Dwarves are.
I was about to
Scottish
say
by-
why are
by canon.
dwarves? Wait, they're Scottish by canon? That's a
By
thing.
like every fantasy, game,
yeah.
they're always
Well,
have like that Scottish.
Well, that's what I was
Irish
gonna
accent.
say. Is they're always played that way, but
Oh.
it's actually canon.
I wouldn't say it's canon, but
Okay.
it's like that's the
Well,
general
then
consensus.
that's my
The
question of like
stereotype.
why.
But that's why I was like, I kind of like the way you played him because he is more of like a Witcher style dwarf, where it's kind of like
Oh, well,
not
those,
like-
those were also. I thought Witcher dwarves also.
yeah, they had an
Scottish,
accent, but it wasn't like
Scottish accent.
Scottish accent.
Cool. That worked out.
I don't know, yeah, I'm like I like the way that you played Timon. So
Timon was fun.
I
Oh,
bet
we
he
know.
was. Yeah, we know.
We know he was.
Who else did I not care? I didn't really care for Thorn that much.
Who was Sword?
I think everybody hated
Thor?
The red-haired lady?
Yeah, and I
Yeah,
wanted
she was
to
the
like her so
berserker.
much. I wanted to bring that in.
Giselle
We actually-
did.
We actually did
He
towards.
was so
the
against
season-
her.
Yeah.
I
Did
just
but
wanted
hold on,
Gwen to
hold
like
on,
her.
hold on. No, didn't she drug him?
There was like
What
a
was-
larger
No, that was
storyline
Amanda.
for her, I think, that just
Oh.
never panned out.
Well, it's
What are you
because
talking-
she came at us so aggressive, and we were so suspicious
Yeah.
that we
Oh,
never
y'all
really.
were suspicious.
I think it was the like yeah.
we
everybody
never
thought,
really gave it a chance.
Everybody
because-
thought the kind of people were like the ones for Toxin Ghoul, or like the ones like plotting it, or at least
And we
my
also
Oh,
did
Kaima.
really like the
my
red,
first listen,
yeah.
like when I was catching up, when I had just gotten brought into the group, I too was suspicious of like the Kaima people. I was like, they're the bad guys. They're in red. These people in red. I don't trust them. And yeah, they like knock you out in meditation. What was that, by the way? What was going on there with the whole meditation thing?
He just went to.
That was
The-
what I wanted to do,
Yeah.
right? I wanted to go meditate at this temple.
Mm-hmm.
She was going with me,
Mm-hmm.
and then shit hit the wall. Is the
But
best
why
way to say
did
it.
why did shit hit the wall? Like,
They were getting and gathering people to sacrifice and use their souls to bring back Fulakin.
oh.
Yes.
See, that's why I
That
didn't
name
trust the
always-
kind of people.
always
triggers me.
It wasn't
Very
Kaima
good
though.
parents.
It was people just like wearing red robes to like
Oh,
it's
so
like a
like
red herring
they were
almost.
pretending to be kind
Right.
of people.
Thorn was supposed to be that character that made you realize that the Kaima people were not bad. They just went about things differently, and what you experienced was like trickery, basically. It was just for them to slip under the radar and not be like noticed if they were spotted in the nighttime. But yeah, the whole time they were just trying to kidnap people.
Gotcha. Well, you succeeded with Giselle. Giselle did think, or like Thorn. Because me, the player, I was like, I don't trust these kind of people. But then, I don't know. There was like one switch. And I was like, okay, they're cool.
Nice. Good. That was fun. I like playing Friend a lot.
Yeah,
I'm sure
you
you
did.
did.
I feel like you
Sure
play him
you
well.
Use
did.
your big bad evil character.
Were you ever super nervous that you were like giving away too much? Or like people were gonna catch on? Even
no.
though we can't figure out riddles, so yeah, we're never gonna catch on.
I wasn't worried that you would figure it out before it was time.
Mm-hmm.
I was worried that I wouldn't be able to get you into a spot to reveal it successfully enough, or in a dramatic way that I wanted.
Gotcha.
Because y'all fucking hated him so much that I'm like, God damn it, I need to bring them back.
And we were always so suspicious.
I know, I'm like, I gotta stop playing friend as friend, which is only gonna make him more suspicious.
Is that why you let me actually succeed on turning him into a cow?
Yes.
Ooh, yeah, that was good. That did throw off of
That
like,
was
yeah, he's a
maybe the
normal
funnest-
person.
One of the most fun
That was
missions we've
hilarious.
I'm not
or
gonna
things
lie.
we've done.
That was really
I had toyed with the idea of turning you into a cow and dipping you in lava so many times.
What?
The barbecue?
I'm like, I don't know how I can pull that off.
fun.
Or if I can mention as Finrug about like that fucking cow. I had to sacrifice my patience for that. I could coach right there. But I need you to do shit.
Damn, you did have patience, bro.
Oh yeah. But I also like talking as him. That was fun.
Well, as like an old man.
Yeah, but also kind of like he reminded me a lot of Splinter from Ninja Turtles.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Okay. All right. I can see that.
But obviously evil, so you know. Yeah,
I'm trying
maybe.
to think of what voice I liked when you did a lot. I loved when you did like my grandmother's voice or whatever.
Ostrava.
Who when you talked to? I think that was your mom.
Or was it my mom? No, I don't think it was my mom.
I'm pretty sure it was your mom.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm about 99% sure.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Then
your
I like
mom.
my mom's voice and my dad's voice were really like
Well, your dad was just you.
very comforting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, that's my girl, that's my fucking girl. I
But
loved,
they were like how I envisioned them, which was really cool because sometimes it doesn't really happen.
yeah, that was awesome.
So for me, I was like, oh, they feel so homey. And I really like that about them.
I loved learning, like, this house that we're going to and, like, trying to get something like that's your house and, like, the backstory of that. Of, like, Watson finally has a last name.
It was so funny in the beginning. I'm like, why is it just Watson? She's like, well, she doesn't have a last name. Maybe she can get it throughout the journey.
How does that leave it up to you?
And I was like,
Oh, never leave it up to the DM.
Well, I forgot for a while. And I was like, oh shit, we gotta get this wrapped up. And I'm like, oh, this plays out nicely.
I love...
I mean, there didn't really even need to be one. If there wasn't, yeah. So
Either
it was
way.
No,
totally...
that's what I was gonna say. Is I loved how you incorporated like everybody and their backstories and stuff. Because like when I told you, I was like, yeah, she's on a revenge quest because like a bad guy killed her dad or whatever, and you're like, I'm gonna make the big bad the one that killed her dad. Like, okay.
Bringing it all together.
All full circle.
I do remember like Kristen and Watson as a character being so inwardly pissed off that Donna got to hear about the
Yes!
the fucking thing.
The
And I was like,
scene.
I was like,
The bathtub scene.
I do remember
No,
that.
don't tell anybody
I was
else.
like, be a good girl.
I do remember
Be a
that.
good girl.
I can't medicate.
I was like, how fucking dare he?
If it ever got to a point at the end where one of us was gonna die or something, I feel like I had a plan to at least say something about it to you so Watson would know before. As like a last thing to Watson.
I liked how.
But, or some, like, I could see the end of it going, like, if we were walking into the quote-unquote sunset for the end, I could be like, let me tell you a story about blank, you know, to, like, leave that.
That would be cool.
Do you even remember her name?
Amelia.
I mean, yeah.
I was gonna let
It's
him.
Oh, sorry. I
It's
thought you were
Amelia.
asking everybody.
No, I was just asking him because
He said
episode
blank.
50. No, he couldn't remember, and I had to look
Because
up.
I
was like,
didn't
Amelia
have
the
her
Fearless.
shit written in my notes.
You
And
spitballed it.
Yeah, you just made
What?
up a
I
name.
feel like you spitballed it, right?
No, I had it ready, like, while we were not together. I had
Oh,
Oh,
planned,
you
planned
actually
it
did
during,
have.
yeah.
Oh, I thought you just.
But I
randomly
never
made
officially
it up.
wrote it down. I just knew, like, in my
Ah,
brain,
okay.
what the general idea of her was.
Yeah.
You know?
Gotcha.
Because I was like, at some point I'll tell Watson, and then it turned into Giselle getting that story first, you know, like,
Yeah.
and it was just better for like how the shit was going.
It's
So
fine.
I was like, damn, Watson's missing out on this shit right
Everything's
now.
fine.
So yeah, I mean, no, I did actually plan that stuff out, or think it over. You know, it wasn't like off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just remembered that, and I was like,
You son of a bitch.
of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Everything's fine. I'm fine.
Everything's fine. But then it made me happy as like watching it as a player, like watching that being told. I was like, ooh.
Right.
Yeah, Bryn finally opening up.
That
For a
was-
while there, I thought your character was gay.
Did we talk
I
about
never
that?
had
Yeah. We said,
y'all two talking.
yeah.
about it.
Oh yeah.
we
Oh,
said,
yeah.
how do we get him to
Much
say
gossip.
There was a
talk
post
about his
session where like it's
sexuality
pretty.
Yeah.
without asking about it?
For real.
And I was like, oh,
Hey,
that's not
shit.
Benji though. So
Yeah.
I just-
No, I never had the intent as like myself playing a character to do anything like that. Was not something I was really
That's
fucking with.
how. Yeah, I was trying to figure out Giselle's like sexuality and like. I was just like, yeah, she's not open to love at all of any kind.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I
That's
mean that, and then I had to come up with a reason why.
What?
I think I maybe gave one. or
Well,
that
Watson
the
was
main
very
reason.
free with her sexuality. Is that what you're saying?
Because if I came up with
Watson was like,
some
Who
sort
can I
of
fuck?
past
Anybody?
romance for Brendler,
Random
that-
NPC coming.
that fills in the gaps for the other
So
players
funny.
as to why I act this way.
Well, that's
but
funny.
it's
The
an
next
easy
character,
way for
she's
me
gonna
to
be
say this is why I don't really think
Yeah, we are.
think about that shit. You know.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but I feel like that's fine though, because there are certain
Yeah.
players that play the game for like different reasons, and then there are other players that are just like, yeah, we're.
Because I do more of the role playing, so like that,
Yeah.
you know, like I'm not like more of like an Eric, where Eric's like knows more knowledge about the game and stuff, you know.
Oh my god,
What do you
you're
Like I
combat.
focus more on role playing. Eric is like super.
Combat.
He knows the
Mechanics,
rules.
so,
he
like,
knows
yeah.
how he's playing. Like when he looks at the board,
Okay.
like he knows. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And for my-
strategically.
Not so much I know,
Like a-
I'm
And
just
for my
like,
ninth
player,
attack, I would like
I'm
to
like,
do this.
Yeah.
how badly do we want to break the rules right now?
Exactly.
How bad is it
Yeah.
gonna
Look
fuck
at
up the game?
That's how you think. See, not me. I'm more on the role
Well,
playing
because
side.
I'm like,
yeah.
Same.
please,
Same.
like,
Sometimes I get lost in the sauce with the role playing,
Oh really?
and I often lose the plot, and I'm like, well, your character's stupid anyway, so.
Yeah.
I'm glad that Eric does have a better idea of the rules, though. 'Cause
He's the
if it was
There
a
has
bunch
to
of
be
us chuckle fucks
somebody,
in here,
yeah.
we would get nowhere.
the way
Yeah.
I see it is, I'm like, a lot of times I'm like, yeah, that's not how we should be doing that. But at the same time, like, it's working for the table, so just let it fucking go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Just-
yeah.
Yeah.
There's some rules where, like, we need to pay attention to that because it can really break the game and make it, like, unbalanced. But
Yeah.
That is
there's
what,
also some rules where it's like, it's more fun if you break them. So
Oh, should I
rules
go?
are made to be broken.
That's
trying
why I
to
was
think of what I
so
wanted to do.
frustrated in Baroners because like I was going by the rules of aka the dice and it would be like Giselle would scale this wall, but I rolled a 2, so I can't. And I was so frustrated.
Yeah, but that's where the DM's got to be like, oh, you totally can scale this wall, but
It just
some
takes you
unknown
15
shit
minutes.
happened, like the rocks started crumbling or something.
Or is it kind of like, how fast do you scale?
Yeah,
it?
there are some times where
Yeah,
it's
there's a lot of
you know,
creativity.
takes like 20 minutes, but
Which-
you do it.
That's DM discretion. basically.
Sometimes the reactive response is better than others. Yeah.
I just constantly loved how I would always get dex checks, and I would be like, yo, I think I'm good at them.
Bunny
I
hop.
have one thing that's a lucky foot thing or whatever that gets me a reroll of a d4. a D4! And all the time it was so low it didn't even matter.
Dude, there are so many times in the campaign where I was like, hey, can we do an athletics check? Instead of like
Mine was acrobatics.
Seriously,
Yeah,
Like
because
my acrobatics was superb.
my athletics
same.
was
My
like a plus
acrobatics
9
was
or
good,
plus
too.
10. I was like, hey, instead of acrobatics, can I athletics my way through
Yeah.
this?
Well,
Yeah.
I
there
feel
were
like
times.
they're the
same,
same.
Well, no, one is slightly different. Oh, I left my thing in.
Is one
Athletics
Yeah,
is
more
sheer
than
like fucking
strength.
gusto, like
Yeah.
strength,
Yeah.
just like muscle your way through it. Where acrobatics is
like
like
parkour.
I gotta jump like.
you might not be
through the
strong,
fence.
but you've got finesse.
It's it's like parkour. It's like
Yeah.
you
I'm gonna
leap-
parkour off of this. Can I
Exactly.
do an acrobatics check?
Well, acrobatics is based off of dex, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And athletics is based off of strength.
But
Dex
that's
and
what I was
proficiency.
gonna say is there were some
Which is
times
why
where it's like it would just be
my
straight
athletics
dex,
suck.
and I'm like, well, my straight dex is 3, but if I do it with flair, it would be like a plus 9.
Well, and that's so like for instance, Wolf is his athletics. I think
Okay,
was like
girl.
at the end of the
You're really
game
proud.
like
You
plus
coming
10
out
or
too
plus
bad.
11,
Mm.
and Andor is like a plus 13 in acrobatics. So it's like two different characters that are kind of weighing in on the same skill set to get through something, but in different ways. Like
Right.
Wolf would be like, "Can I just like up this wall?" Where Andor would be like, "Can I?"
Yeah,
up this
exactly.
wall kind of thing.
Can I
And
just?
it goes a lot into like how you,
Translate it.
say like communicate how your character would do it. Like, hey, I want to
Yeah.
scale up this wall, nimble as fuck. Also, it makes me think about like, for those who watch Star
Too
Wars, you'll
tiny.
understand. Ahsoka is
Do you want a
super
smaller brush?
acrobatic. She does all the fucking
No,
twists
I do
and
got
spins
smaller
and backflips and front flips and all that shit when she does anything.
accuracy.
Whereas like Obi-Wan would just jump from one platform to the next one. Athletics.
And like Qui-Gon Jinn would just be like, huzzah, huzzah,
Yeah.
huzzah, huzzah.
Totally.
Saw.
Totally.
Kristen will teach you someday,
Okay.
and you will love the education.
No, but anytime Caleb would be like, do a check, he'd be like, do a acrobatics or an athletics check. I'm like, athletics. Like, because
Yeah.
me
Every
and you
single
got
time we'd be
strength.
like,
And then me and
athletics.
Watson were like,
Yeah.
acrobatics.
I'd be like, hey, I ain't even gonna bring it up. I'm
It's
just gonna
like-
go with. I'm not even gonna make a comment.
I just
Like
love
you're letting me
there's-
do it.
There's a 15-foot wall in your way. Would you like to athletics or acrobatics check over it? Acrobatics is to, vault over the wall and do some fancy shit. In the case of Brandon Wolf, it was like athletics. I punch my way
I
through
barrel
the
through the wall. I know. That's what I was gonna say.
I removed the wall.
I love how you. Well, first of all, the whole like Wolf Lur bromance that was going on, but I just love
Fucking
how.
love that.
I just love how you two just barrel through anything, and me and Watson are just like, oh, there they go. We're the support characters.
This is just coming to me. I
I
think.
feel like a compilation of me being like, blah, blah, blah.
yeah.
Yeah. And then we
We
just
need
do
that
it.
And
comment.
we're just like, no, we're going full set.
And then I'm like, okay.
To be fair, both of you two also had your moments where everyone else was like, blah, 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 blah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
y'all just did some shit
We
anyway.
talked about, I think you weren't here when we watched the last episode when we came here and watched it, but we were talking about
You're right, he was
Me-
not here for
I
that.
was not here. I was not here.
me in the den with the, not Fulakin, but
Yeah, it was cool.
it was Fulakin.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's talking about like strategy or something like that, and I was like, fuck it. Watson does guiding
That was
bolt.
so fucked up because it was like the one fucking time
Oh,
through
God,
the whole fucking
that's
campaign
right.
that Brandon and Wolf were like, "Hey,
Oh.
let's coordinate
Tactic.
this and everything,"
Forgot about
and
that.
Watson was like, "Fuck it,
I cast guiding bolt.
guiding bolt gone."
Also, in the
And
back of my mind, I
Brandon
was
and I
like,
were like,
the
"What?"
amount of times these fuckers just go "Rawr," running into any situation. I'm like,
And then the rest of the campaign, it was like.
Dude.
You guys were just like, okay, let's figure this blah blah blah, and Brandon and Wolf were like, let's
Bolton.
go smash shit. Let's just
Yeah.
fucking go.
Kool-Aid man.
Yeah. They really were the Kool-Aid man.
that was fun.
Cool.
How much Warren Tree Man did you want to like? Because wasn't you wanted to like drop some like backstory or like monologue or whatever, and then Wolf was just like, I attack him.
What? I don't even remember this one.
I think she's right. I think it went pretty far back, all the way to.
It was
Warren, the fight
tree
with
man.
the crows.
Yeah, when we were-
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
got corrupted by Sadirin at one point, which is what it was going to be.
That's who the wizard was.
Yeah, because there was some like weird, twisted evil thing that I saw and went with. And I was building up to this whole story. You're gonna kind of feel sorry for him, and you'd see like how he got tricked, but he really is a piece of shit to begin with, and all this other stuff. And I think you were like, yeah, I'm just gonna attack him.
Most answer to everything.
So I didn't get to not even like half of the stuff. Oh no! Either that or you put like your hand on him and you started getting like frozen, or you did something like that.
Is that when Bryn fell off the cliff?
He got yeeted.
And I had to
I
get
didn't
him?
fall. I got
He
thrown.
got
Thank
yeeted.
you.
And then I
He
got
fell
down
off
there.
the cliff so
Wait,
many
I thought it
times.
was because I decided because it was some stage in the fight where I just went full on hammer. You even asked me, you're like, what would Wolf do?
Oh yeah.
And I was
that's
like,
right.
Wolf would keep fucking chopping. You're like, all right. And I kept rolling damage, and you're like, played it out as like he literally fucking explodes or something like that.
Oh yeah.
And it blew Bryn off of the cliff. Like Bryn falling off that cliff was the result of Wolf just
He
like
didn't have his armor.
it wasn't Bryn's fault.
Yeah.
Because he
Bryn-
was
Bryn
collecting
without his
power
armor
every
was
time y'all would hit him.
hilarious.
Yeah.
He was just building up
The
as a
amount
bomb.
of
Yeah, and you were like,
times-
what would Wolf do? And it's like Wolf would keep
Poor
chopping.
The
That's
amount
right.
of times
Baby
Bryn
boy.
almost died without his armor.
Yo, for real though, that was a hell of a turning point for
Yeah.
It was definitely made my life
If you're
10
not,
times
if you're
difficult.
not, what was it? Something with the suit, and you don't need to wear it. I don't know what that quote is.
He's just like, hey Mitch, I'm tired of your fucking DC
Yeah.
21 or 20 or whatever.
Yeah, it
I'm gonna
definitely
have some
was.
crows take that shit away from you.
The crow.
Goddamn crow.
Fucking crow!
Okay, crows.
Fucking
Okay, can we talk about your amazing Brindler impersonation? Like when he wasn't here.
That's what I was.
What's up?
Fucking
They
crow!
were pretty good.
Aren't we all?
Lots of help.
Oh my god.
Fucking riddles.
Oh,
One of
God.
my favorites.
I just love Bryn. Are you on a mission?
Yeah.
Riddles are my weak points still.
They're
Even
everybody's.
But they
weak
weren't
point.
Bryn Lores. Your intelligence was 19.
You
Yeah.
kept forgetting to
Played
play
it
your
as
my
intelligence.
intelligence IRL, not 19.
I know. When your character
Your
could have
intelligence
been
was
like,
19.
Oh,
Yeah.
so smart. I would have noticed.
Yeah.
And we were always like, ah!
Can we please get a wizard next campaign? Like we need somebody smart.
I
And we
love
would
the
have to
math
literally
brain meme.
prevent him
Oh
from
my
dying
God.
in
After
steps
he
because they're so
put-
squishy.
Mhm.
God.
Oh, from The Hangover?
Yeah.
All the
Baby
notes.
Oh,
eyeballs.
that's so good.
The math brain
Getting a
memes.
little sloppy. Getting a little sloppy.
Holy shit, that was funny. Dude, when you got the armor back, I was like, what do you mean I don't hit you? You're like, I have my armor back. I'm like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I forgot
Yeah,
I would
after
never hit
a
you
long,
now.
long journey of getting my ass kicked.
Well, you hit him, but you don't hit him.
Yeah.
You hit his armor.
Yeah,
Shit's-
doesn't affect him. Shink.
Crazy sauce. Alright, what about town?
Man.
Favorite town?
I
Yeah.
love Lumberton. It was just cool.
I'm not trying to be biased. I was just like, Lumberton, or
I like
it started with Floundering?
No, that's Imora. Philiport?
Philiport. That's what I was like. It starts with an F.
Yeah.
It was the port town that we like went over the giant dick.
Nope,
To
that's
the desert.
Pidif.
Pide?
Oh yeah, the
Yeah.
shaft.
Okay,
I
Pide.
will say that I should have named them differently. Port is confusing, and it's in the middle of the land.
So
So Pidif is where Mayor Bear was.
yeah, it was like Pidef was probably
Yeah.
one of my favorite towns.
Yeah, that's where the Oracle and West Raven the Oracle too. That was one of my favorites as well. A lot of good shit going on in that one.
I like Rykant City.
Rykant was cool. I just liked going to everybody's hometown. Like we went to Skulver, we went to Rykant, and we went to Lumberton.
And who knew you made a house in Besmith?
Okay, we were gifted a house in
What?
Bedford. Were we gifted by Fake Brel? Didn't he give us that house?
Simone.
Simone, okay.
Fake bro.
He was Fake Brel! He was Fake Brel!
I know. Bro is being like sapped of life in
And
that
Bulb's
forest
like-
for like months.
It's
I
fine.
hated
Stop
you
stressing.
so much when you're like, yeah, I need a better axe. It'll take a day. That's fine. And I'm like, Rel is dying.
Hey, we really didn't give a fuck. I'm gonna be honest. We really, I didn't give a fuck either.
Did you ever meet Wolf through the whole campaign? He was just like living on his own time.
Yeah.
Rel was your mentor.
Time was like not a thing for Wolf. He did not give a shit.
Oh my
Like he was just go with the flow.
I'm on vacation.
Yeah, constantly he is going with the flow.
It feels like a Monty Python thing where it's like, I'm not dead yet.
Oh, he says he's not dead.
Oh man.
God, there was some point though where I had like a vision of Brel or something, and it was the way you described him. I was like,
crying on him
you motherfucker, you are describing Clone Wars Obi-Wan.
No, that was me. I kept scrying on him, and he's lifting rocks. And stuff.
Whatever he described it, I was like, we just watched that episode 2 fucking days ago, Caleb. I'm drawing the.
You're like, don't pick up my creativity.
I'm putting 2 and 2 together here.
Listen.
The
point got across.
I did describe Brel to you as Obi-Wan.
You did.
Wolf's Obi-Wan.
Bro.
Yeah.
He was so much sassier than Obi-Wan, though.
He was okay. I feel like he didn't get sassy until he got old. Then he was, oh my god, like then he turned into straight up Yoda, like smacking him with a stick and like piggybacking on
He
him.
didn't care anymore.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm like. Brel progressed in the best possible way.
All the way to the end, you were like,
I am
Brel,
so.
I knew you died.
I am so
Yeah.
sorry for laughing during that. I just found that the funniest shit ever. Of like, and I'm sorry, Wolf, but Brel is dead. I just
I feel like all y'all knew the moment I said I'm sorry, you're like, oh yeah, it's Brel.
I know, but I just like unleashed the most obnoxious like shriek.
For the life of me, I could not make it his parents.
Oh.
Who, Wolf's?
Yeah, I tried. I tried.
Was it because I was super vague?
No.
Oh. Okay.
Was it because you named him after his parents? I swear you named him. Yeah, I have like Jeff Von Lumberton or something.
Oh my god.
Because you never named your parents.
That was probably bullshit that I just pulled out of my ass
I
at the time. I was
know!
like, we'll never go back to this.
Oh, the note taker will.
No, because like I didn't have any idea about Amelia, but I still threw her in there.
Yeah.
For some reason, I was just like, I just liked your parents.
I intentionally just like kept them super vague because I didn't want his backstory to be centered around them. That they're like, they exist in the world, but they were not like integral to Wolf's world.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Von Lumberton, Wolf's father.
Jeffrey.
Get that shit out of
Okay.
here.
Jeffrey and every
That
guy.
actually, I mean,
Jeffrey Vaughn.
it would be spelled with a G, by the way.
Oh, he's Joffrey.
Oh.
Yeah, it would be a Joffrey. It would be spelled with
To
a
all
G.
those spelled Jeffrey with a G, you're wrong.
The amount of times that I spelled NPCs wrong.
Oh yeah,
No.
friend.
Oh, bro.
I spelled
So
wrong for the longest
Preach,
time.
man.
Dude,
I had
there's
a
not
sticker
a
with his
single
name on it,
character
and
that I
still
spelled
spelled
correctly
I
in
don't-
mine.
I don't know where that sticker is.
Yeah.
They were
Facts.
so fucked up.
Facts. If you look at my notes, which are chicken scratch, but I have never spelled anything. I
Yeah.
said phonetically, this is how it sounds. Wrong.
That's it. I was like, I'm gonna put it in here how it sounds because that's all that matters.
Right,
Because when it's
yeah.
recorded, that's all that matters.
You guys don't even know how I spelled Amanda, so I mean, whew.
Amanda?
You don't remember Amanda?
There's a silent H.
No, I don't remember that.
No,
Amanda.
I didn't make up her name. That was an on-the-spot name. Obviously.
And I think everybody laughed when you did. Yeah, she's the one that like knocked Brent out and
Yeah.
Oh.
smashed his head in the
She was
floor.
also Mayor Bear's.
Yeah,
like,
the
assistant.
yes, she was funny.
Oh.
She was a little sassy funny.
She was a little
Yeah,
sassy.
she was sassy. Funny.
Most of the characters ended up being kind of sassy.
They did.
I wonder why.
And that reminds me, just because of, I recently read The Fourth Wing, where the Violet's dragon is like. So,
Oh my god, he's so sassy.
to me, and I love him so much.
What a great character.
I'm like, I love his sassy little.
I know. It was difficult for me to play like super sweet people.
Yeah, because you're not.
Like who? Who were the sweet people?
We're just kidding. You have your moment.
Her parents.
That is
they're
true.
just so wholesome and supportive.
Snow was a bit easier. She was super nice and positive all the time, but it was more like because it was more like a sign of strength.
Snow? felt like a teenager. Like I don't know. She was just like.
Was.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, she just like
It was
felt like.
all the same age.
Like, yeah, do it. Like, have fun. Let's go out and have fun and party. And I don't know. She was just a woo girl. Is that the right term?
What surprised
I
me
still don't know what a woo girl is.
with you was Iwan.
Yeah.
Wolf was never supposed that
Iwan
route
is
was never supposed
like
to
a
happen. Wolf was just gonna
sexaholic.
keep on being Wolf and doing his thing and come back to Lumberton and just be
Oh shit.
There was like a time when it's like, are you going to take me to bed now? And Wolf was
it was like the way that you pushed it, I was just like, okay,
Okay.
Wolf is gonna
I'm
like
really tired.
start like working a thing with Iwan. So and that was completely unplanned in his backstory or anything. That just happened.
That is, I think that's the funniest thing that ever happened, and I'm glad you came back for that, was like when the three of us went to prison and you're fucking Iwan.
That
Or
whole
like me
scenario
talking to
was
him,
so
I'm like,
fucked up.
Wolf, put your dick in your pants.
Yeah, because you were messaging Wolf while he was like in the
Oh,
middle
that
of
makes
fucking
sense.
Iwan, and he was just like, I think I was just like, what? Listen, what?
Out of breath,
What is
like-
this?
busy.
Oh, you're using that water?
That was one
Oh,
of that
shit.
whole scenario is like one of my
Oh my
favorite
god.
sessions, like I guess couple of sessions
Oh, yeah.
of the
Yeah.
campaign was just that block of
God.
time.
Best reel I ever, or best TikTok I ever made of like, yeah, the three of us getting into shenanigans and just you off in the.
I'm off like
what I missed. Yeah, what I
everybody's
missed.
in jail.
God, that was good.
And then I don't know what it's from. It's from like some old movie. I also made one of like when Bryn goes to jail for the first time. I'm like, I don't like it. I don't like it. And you're just like on the bars. And, like,
It's like, I
so
shouldn't
this
be
is what
here.
it's like
Yeah.
to be a
'cause-
delinquent.
yeah.
That was fun for me to play.
Meanwhile, Watson's trying to fight every motherfucker.
Oh my
eventually.
god! You had to go into like solitary.
That was real. That was real fun.
That was exhausting. Oh my gosh, she was just like that.
I
But
was
Yes! I will kill him. I just love how like back then it was like, wow, that's extreme, and then it's like, no, we should have killed him like when we had the chance. Oh, freaking friend. Best plot twist ever.
What was your favorite, like, magical vestige or like artifact that you got
oh.
besides your sword, your in-game thing?
Like the legendary items.
Yeah,
it is.
like your
Yeah.
besides those, because those were awesome. But we didn't get really to use them because we got them at like the very last part, you know.
Yeah.
But they had some characteristics though.
They were fun.
They were fun.
Man. Honestly,
Like to give to us.
I just
it would
realized.
have to be, unless I'm probably forgetting of a lot of shit that I gave you. Well, okay, there are a couple of different. That one little like side session that we did when Eric was out of town for some reason. It was just you and Benji, and y'all were running off into the forest in Paidiff, and there was the screaming stones.
Oh my god.
Yeah, those are fun.
I forgot about that. That was when Mayor Bear came
That
in
was
with
fun.
shark puppets.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Aside from those, Jude's bag of
Filth.
Filth!
I love that, but y'all didn't do anything with it, and I was
No,
so
we gave it to
disappointed.
Gary.
I don't think I ever got any to because I was like I could prank somebody. With
You gave it
this.
to
Yeah,
That's what I was
Gary
thinking.
You
Yeah.
gave it to Gary Ayers.
You did give it to
I
Gary.
did
Yes,
because
yeah.
I was like I don't want
Which
it.
means-
I
He
don't
kept
want
pulling out mushrooms.
Yeah, you were like.
Gary
"I
Ayers
don't
still
want
got it.
Because yeah, I mean the list of the shit you get out of it was like
Super
I mean it was
goofy.
ridiculous.
Yeah, oh yeah. God, I had so much fun writing that.
But I was like, I could
Giggled
prank
so much.
someone, trick someone to like stick their hand in there and be like, "Ah, I got you." But it's like I feel like I never got in that position
Jude's
to do
Yeah.
that.
I also, like, one of my biggest, I don't know, it's like issues or frustrations, disappointments, whichever one, a lighter hearted version of all of those, was the fact that I would create a lot of stuff, and even though it was 2 years, you know, there's so much that I needed you to do, like, because you guys
Yeah.
were like the fucking heroes, so you had to follow a path, so to speak, in your own way, but I was trying to get you somewhere. That a lot of the stuff that would have worked better, like Jude's Bag of Filth, when you were just like, oh yeah, we're fucking traveling for a week to this place. we need to fill up time. Let's prank each other, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
You didn't get enough time with a certain object, so to speak. Oh God.
Oh, okay.
My dude, what's up?
Hold up.
Oh, he got excited.
I know.
Are you saying what I'm about to say?
I don't know. Go first.
The fucking sock.
Yeah.
The Bryn's fucking
Get the sock,
crusty
get the sock, get the
sock.
sock.
Yeah.
That was the most beautiful. Like, as a
I
fucking
loved-
barbarian, I should have not gotten away with it.
Oh my god, he theft his sock.
You
Yeah, but
bastard.
he was getting a nice massage. He was distracted.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was getting upset.
That was. Yes.
Yeah, that was a good moment for me. I love my vestige, like the sword, and I thought they had some cool, like, characteristics and, like, attributes, but I didn't get to use it.
Mhm.
I love it, though. But my, like, quirky little things were the vials that I found in the cave and all the mushrooms that I got,
Damn
quite
cake.
honestly.
You had a lot of mushrooms.
Yeah.
They're my favorites, but the most useful thing that I got from all the magical items was my amulet of, like, the necklace
Yeah.
and my staff. Those were so clutch for me and held so many spell slots.
Didn't you get the amulet when you were running around through the Screaming Stones?
Oh, I thought I got it when we raided Friend for the... No, I did. I got it way earlier than that. It may have been that.
Was it okay?
I was gonna say.
So it was like an
Go
amulet
back.
of protection, which was clutch for me, which my
Yeah.
AC ended up being fucking OP as shit at the end.
Right?
was like
Oh my
21 or
god,
something.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was the lowest AC at the end. I was
That
squishy.
and...
Yeah, I think I was like 17 after eating a muffin.
Yeah. Oh, and
Oh,
I
okay,
gave
so it
my...
wasn't the
It's
lowest.
like
But I gave
16
my
or
boots of
17.
Elvenkind to Bryn, didn't I?
Yeah, I don't think he wore them though.
I was-
Did he not?
I was gonna say what thing that you had that came in clutch were those invisibility biscuits. You used those so many times.
I did,
You
but...
fucker in that fucking cave with the thing in the water? You ate an invisibility biscuit and disappeared,
Yeah.
and Brandon and I were like,
Yeah.
what the fuck do we do?
Yeah. But it only lasts for,
Oh no, it lasts
like
a
10
while.
Like a
minutes.
minute, I think.
It lasts a while
It
in
lasts for
combat.
10
I think
rounds.
it's 10 minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's 10 rounds.
Yeah, no, I had a thing. It
I
was
love
called
them.
Nature's Veil, and it literally only lasts
that's-
one round. Like
maybe
when it comes
100.
back to me.
Wow.
That's why, yeah. Well, at
Every
the end, you're
time.
like,
It was
you're not
only like
invisible.
10 minutes.
You're
It was like
invisible.
10
You're not.
10 minutes.
Like,
Literally,
it's
one
how I'm
minute is
playing
10
it, or
rounds.
like
It
what
may
it
have been
says.
that.
Yeah, that's why I was like, that's a lot.
Yeah. They lasted like a while.
That was fun too. I enjoyed that one.
Yeah, the little like trinkets that I picked up were my most favorite. The most helpful for me, spell slot wise, as a caster,
Yeah.
was to have the Staff of Healing and the Prayer Necklace. It gave me so many slots of Cure Wounds and like Lesser Restoration and things like that.
Dude,
Which-
that fight that we got into with Toxin Ghoul at the mansion,
Yeah,
that fucking fight, you were just like, I'm gonna heal you, I'm gonna heal you, I'm gonna heal you, I'm gonna heal you. I'm
Doing
gonna heal
what
you.
a cleric does.
Like a
Yeah.
fucking pocket
I was
healer
like,
out of nowhere.
I'm a little army medic right now.
God damn.
Which is fun. But the last part, whenever Friend came and we were fighting, and I literally was using a
Sorry.
1, 2, 3
Noise.
combo, which was like move, Misty Step, dump a bunch of like Cure Wound and healing into like you or Bryn, and then ba-ba-da, disappear. I was like, this is working, but I'm running out of spell slots.
What it would
It
cost.
burns your spell slots like
Yeah.
instantly because each one is a fucking slot.
I know. It's so funny how you have to weigh that and like playing like a healing character, but also you have spells that do like area of effect damage where you're like, okay, do I drop this spell as a concentration spell?
is the worst.
And then it needs to be in this area. I can still use Misty Step as a bonus because it's not concentration or whatever, but it's the balance of being like, oh, am I more useful like taking little chunks out of this big bad evil guy, or is healing my heavy hitters?
Well, that's
You're really good about that though, because there are some times where you'd be like necrotic touch or like
Inflict wounds.
Tell the-
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
Toll
Inflict
the
Wounds
Dead.
was good.
Oh, that's a cantrip, yeah.
that shit. There are so many times where you're like, here,
Oh,
let
yeah.
me gather up my like 15 D12s and just
Utilize
wreck
the
your shit
cantrips, yeah.
out of nowhere. And I was like, whoo.
I feel like the only way I was comfortable doing that was when I got Misty Step. And I could
Oh,
do
because you could boop in and
as a
boop
bonus
out.
action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
pen and poop out.
Yeah, you can boop all over the place.
when you
I was a little bunny.
you were a little bunny hopping around. When you actually opened my eyes of like one time I was getting, or not one time, in the beginning I was getting so frustrated with like not being able not being able to stop.
Sorry.
Like quoting the Bible.
Yeah, I don't know how I remember it, but all right.
Probably because they drilled it down our throats. It was like I wasn't doing like a lot of damage, or like my arrows weren't hitting, or like, oh no. I wrote into my character that I had 2 swords. Like I wanted to go full Witcher, and I had 2 swords on my back. But I would like go up, and because I was so squishy, I'd get hit a lot and then have to like fall back. And I don't remember what you said, but it was like you are a support character. Like it just shifted my mindset of like, no, I'm a fucking ranger. I'm supposed to be in the back. I'm not supposed to be running up.
You
but
pop
like,
in, you do some shit, and then you like
then I run
disappear.
away.
Yeah.
Well, that's more
There,
rogue, and I feel like
whatever.
everybody
I'm like,
thought I was a rogue because that's what I was
he's a
doing.
turd.
But I really just needed to stay in the back and just pew
I am a
arrows.
support cleric. I am not a war cleric.
I don't know. You were hitting a lot of the deaths.
It was a good party mix because between Brennan and I, like we would be on top of whatever the target was, and we would be
the heavy
doing
hitters.
doing our thing, and then you guys would be in the background just like, hey, I'm gonna pop in here and like fuck your shit up real quick and then leave.
Bye.
But guess what? Next round you've got this like barbarian or this fucking like paladin that's just like wailing away at your shit.
Well, that's what I
I
loved
did that
about
how
the
you guys-
ending. That's what I loved about the ending is like you two were like I knew it would happen. You two would go after Finruk.
Yeah,
And I'm just
we
like
would jump
turning
in there
invisible,
and
doing like
do
I
our
should have
shit.
been a rogue, but I was like doing rogue shit, just like stealing the gem. Stealing the gem and shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss playing Wolf.
It was
Pretty
fun.
good, yeah.
He was a
Yeah.
fun
Look
character.
at there.
Yeah, he was a good character, man.
Oh, I hated colors. Bronze and red.
Yeah.
It was good to have in the party
Have
with
a
Bren.
metallic.
Well, he was
I
like
love you
lipstick.
too.
he was the opposite of
the
Bren.
skull.
Bren could do
Oh,
like
black,
spells,
okay.
And black
cantrips,
with like
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Was a
and-
man of God, and you
Yeah.
were like, I'm not a
Excellent.
godly man.
And Wolf was like he was like the polar opposite. He was like, I'm gonna go in and just like hit shit really fucking hard.
Yeah.
And
Like,
just-
chop until I.
He's a
Do
little
my
sloppy,
thing.
bro.
No,
He's
he looks great.
He been looking.
Dude, he looks great.
Amazing.
He looks better than my guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take
My
it.
guy.
Well, let's see. Let's see.
My dude.
Is he not painting?
What about it?
What?
Oh, you still got Corona left from the.
I feel like Caleb's keeping his character under wraps.
Oh, he is.
Keeping your character under wraps, Caleb.
You need a refill?
I'll say yes.
That was just brush it off.
That was a non-committal.
I am. I'm keeping it secret because I'm a dramatic bitch.
No, I
Hey,
like
that's
it.
fine.
I like
This
it.
is the first time you're
I
playing.
don't go for it.
keeping what? Oh, your character for the one shot?
Yeah.
I'm all for this. You do you, boo.
I know. I just love being the surprise guy.
That's great. I just can't keep secrets.
The amount of times I've almost given myself away is crazy.
Yeah, I know a little bit of your characteristics though.
What?
You're an old man.
I'm an old man?
Yeah.
What do you mean I'm an old man?
those characters.
Yeah, spoilers.
Whoa.
Whoa, whoa,
Whoa,
I
Chris.
feel like the voice situation. I was like, that's got to be an old man.
The voice situation.
Voice situation? You heard me voice my character?
Mm-hmm.
When?
Are you stalking
When
him?
you were drunk.
Was this at the
starting
party?
out.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say, well done.
It's
Was
starting
this
to add up.
4 shots of tequila in?
That's completely plausible.
Yeah, this was like, Chris might have one.
There's a good chance, ladies
It's
and
my turn.
gentlemen.
Everybody went their room.
Well, shit on a stick.
Well, hell.
You know what? That's always a possibility with me, so.
But who knows? Hey, but who knows?
It's not me.
Who knows?
It's not Travis.
It changed. I feel like
What do you
my
feel?
character has no specific regional dialect. It's like a mishmash of what I think this should sound like.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at myself because
Why?
I'm thinking about my character.
So, for
But my
those
campaign
watching,
2 character.
Oh, serious?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
as we're talking about campaign 1, we're most of us are painting the minis for an upcoming I'm gonna call it one shot.
One shot?
One shot counts.
It's a let's say it's a 3-way.
It's a try shot.
It's a 3-way.
It's the 3-way.
Eric is leading us into this 3-way.
3, maybe
Yes, sir.
4-way.
It's a
Depends
quad
on
shot.
how
Oh, I like that.
pans out.
Yeah. And
3
so
with the possible of a 4.
Eric will be the DM.
Hey.
I'm gonna be playing. Donna, Kristen, and Ben are also gonna be playing, and so they're working on their characters. Already painted mine. And, you know, now we have figured out what we're doing as we're discussing campaign 1. I enjoyed some effects before I came back in. So that was a fun creation. Y'all went rampant with the
Oh, dude,
effects.
I have.
With
Yeah,
the
Brenda.
Okay, I'm shutting my mouth right now. I don't want to ruin it. I don't want to ruin it.
I feel like for Bryn's character arc,
It was not aligned with him.
No. I feel because before that happened, we
Some
had
could say.
already had. Correct me. You have to go back and look at the session whatever that we were on. But I feel like when he started
on
hanging
this
out with
month?
us, he was very straight laced and goal oriented
Oh, yeah.
and God oriented. But then the more he was with Eric and I, in the beginning, he loosened up a lot, and then the effects came in, and it
Oh my god. It's the gateway drug.
Yeah. But in all seriousness, I feel like it made your mind less heavy. And for you as like your character, I feel like that was really important for you. Which makes a lot of sense in my mind.
No, I 100%
Yeah.
agree, yeah. Well, I mean, it's a great way for me to understand that. When I first started playing Nahum, he was all broody and shit. And then I started getting into shenanigans a little bit with Andor. And I was like, I don't want to be broody anymore. I want to do fun shit!
Yeah,
It's
you
not
want to
fun.
fuck around and find out.
Yeah, it's not fun to be
Like
serious.
I don't think I could ever play a brooding.
It's
Yeah.
hard.
I am
Kudos
too
for
Not
you.
not for me.
goofball.
Oh my god, right.
Because
Can
if
you,
you're
like, not
a
play
broody character, you
for
can't
once?
have
But,
like any fun.
But
Yeah.
that's
Or it
the
has
thing,
to
is
be
those are the
in a
characters
very-
I
You
gravitate
can,
to,
but it's
the
in.
broody
I've
characters.
had this conversation with Caleb, and it's like it's in the anime way where the broody character is always broody, and then they have that little
Little smirk.
break
Yeah.
of like
Love
their
the
character,
broody characters in anime.
and that's what makes that character because you're like, oh, they're gonna be fucking
Yeah.
broody, and it's the moment that you're not expecting them to be broody that
It's so not fun.
or that you're
sometimes.
expecting
The
them to
journey
be
of
broody.
it is not as
And
fun
they
because you
are.
have one
Yeah.
moment like that
Yeah.
That little,
every,
like, glitch.
5 sessions.
Yeah.
So it's like in between that, it's not gonna be as enjoyable.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you can fucking roleplay.
So I tried to play that shit with Wolf, where
I mean-
Wolf was
We're so
always
good at it,
carefree,
though.
and then sometimes he would get serious.
Depends how long you're playing the character, like
Yeah.
how long you're playing for too.
Yeah.
I feel like.
You know, that's a good point.
If you're playing 2 years of a brooding character, that'd be hard, like we did.
I mean, you have to. Obviously, you would have to have a character arc and a character development.
Yeah.
You realize I started
Yeah.
playing a
Mhm.
broody
No, yeah, I
character.
agree.
Like that was my.
Yeah,
we're
we
all-
know.
We're all very aware.
Yeah, we
Oh,
know.
we know
Like,
that.
y'all
Yeah,
are
we
talking
know
about
that.
it's so hard to play a broody character, and I'm just sitting here like.
It is hard for me to play broody character because I am a fucking silly ass,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know. But we'll see if I was shot. She's pretty.
I know. I want to push myself to not be broody and be fun.
Yeah, yours looks really straight.
She's very like. If I had to, I don't know, give an adjective. She's very goal and family driven and kind of like mysterious and doesn't really care about these things.
Mm.
That'll be fun. That'll be fun.
Oh, that sounds like. a
But she's
blast.
very tricky in her little like niche things that she has. She's very like tricky.
Can't wait.
We'll see. Does anybody have a campaign
Two. Oh, absolutely. I have her all
Not
pushed
yet.
up.
Not yet.
Either.
I haven't landed on them.
I have no idea.
Hey,
I
which
feel like
means
I
you're-
can't fully, I sound like a theater kid talking. I just can't really materialize 2 characters at one time. I gotta
Is it
be-
Goldie?
It's fair.
I gotta be focused on my one-shot character, or my threesome character first,
Your
before I
threesome.
lock in on my
Oh,
campaign
shit.
2. For Eric's
Hey,
threesome!
threesome, possibly foursome.
Possibly 4. I mean,
Depends
Make
on
it
if the
fun,
pineapple's
bro. Make it a
upside down or
secret
right side
song.
up.
yeah, so, no. But-
Speaking of that, there was going to be more information I'm going to give you before we start that one, so you have a better idea of where the world is at when we start the campaign. It's probably going to be... Right now I'm playing with 50 years in the future. Maybe 75.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Yeah. I was trying to get to where all y'all were dead, but I don't think I can.
And I am gonna try and heavily sprinkle in some of your cultural stuff through the one shot.
Also.
So that should help bridge
Oh, yeah.
some of that.
I would be like 80. I think I would be like 80.
How long
Yeah,
do
I think all y'all...
ASMRs
You're
live?
I'll be like
obviously...
60.
Yeah, you're way alive.
Yeah.
How long do
I actually don't know. That's
You
a
don't
good
know?
question.
You
Let's
live
go
an
ahead and do it.
average life.
Because I'm human
Yeah.
now, so I'm probably
Wait, so
dead.
is this a good point to bring in
We could do the
where our
1 year.
characters are?
Where
Yeah.
have they been?
You just want to jump into interview stuff, or do you want me to read that thing I wrote?
Yeah, let's get a read.
You want me to
Yeah.
read it? Okay.
Give her a good read.
I haven't read since
Oh,
I wrote
okay.
it.
Asmir live 100 up to 160.
Oh shit!
Shit.
Whoa.
So they'll still be around.
Wow, you're gonna watch Wolf die.
But it
You
says
are
gonna watch
to
they-
hold his body.
this is from the Critical
Then
Role
we'll be like,
Critical
no,
Role Wiki.
My boy!
this man stole my socks.
On your deathbed, you're like, Brain, I have a confession. I stole your socks.
Yeah, Wolf would be like,
You bastard!
Wolf would like 90-year-old Wolf would just like hand you this pair of like
Crusty
disgusting,
old moth-eaten-
raunchy ass, like molded ass socks and be like, Bren, these were the socks I took from you. I felt
was-
so bad, and then just give it to you and be like,
I would revive you and cast like, spare the dying or something, and then shove them down your throat as you die one more time.
You'd kill him.
I would
by
choke you out with the socks in
asphyxiation.
your mouth or some
Yeah.
shit.
Wolf would be laughing the entire time.
Yeah, I know, man.
I love how we didn't even get
I
to
just
1
like-
year. We got to like 90 years in the future.
I still got years on you, bitch. I still got years on you.
How long do Herringon live?
Like 20 years?
Good question. Quick Google search.
I think it's an average lifespan.
I think it's average too.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of
But I
like.
said that about ASMR and I was way wrong.
Yeah.
I think it's similar as humans.
I've also been. I just realized this. I've been spelling Herringons wrong.
But I am a god.
I have an
though,
I
so-
instead of an E
We're
in the
not
name.
gods. We could have chosen to be gods.
100
and we
years
chose not
old,
to be
average
gods.
lifespan for the rabbit team. For Team Rabbit.
For Team Rabbit.
For the
It's
Herring-
100 years?
100 years, average lifespan.
That's a human. Human can live 100 years.
A lot of time to fuck a
Maybe.
I
lot
thought
of
we're like
people.
80.
I think
I
they're
mean-
like 85,
What
yeah.
is the
85.
longest living race in D&D?
Elves
Nothing.
are like
Maybe now
thousands.
we're probably at 100.
Elves
But
live
fucking
long
War
time.
for
Medieval time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no chance. Well, again, I don't know what
Warforged
Yeah.
are, I think.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm
shit.
gonna learn to play
Could be,
elf
yeah.
for it.
Spare the dying.
Yeah, right?
Micro
Revivify.
dose, spare the dying.
Yeah. Giselle can cast Revivify.
That's so hard to see.
We'll just keep sparing each other.
It's like, "Ooh, don't get cut today.
How are you like
Not
100?
today, Satan.
You're 110? You're gonna turn 111 tomorrow. You just like
My
pull this little vial out.
111th birthday.
You only sleep for 4 hours.
Guess what?
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
about to be
You get like all
112.
the pluses.
Twice as old as half of you and half as
Interesting.
smart as
Well,
twice
normally
as
we long rest at the end of a big
Nice.
journey anyway, so I feel like it
I
wouldn't
don't know if
matter.
that was the right
I'm
line.
doing whatever.
Oh,
You would be
yeah.
out.
Oh man, that
Yeah,
fits.
I guess depending on how you want to put it.
Yeah.
Oh, Bilbo.
Yes.
I was like,
Would you
"Why-
say nice?
Why do I know what that is? Because I recognize what you were saying.
Oh,
I was
Wait
like,
for me,
I
Mr.
went through like the
Frodo.
index, like, who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Who is it?
The Rolodex.
There it is. Yeah, yeah. Bilbo said it.
The little hamster with his little paws is like up to the Rolodex.
What really got me was Gandalf going, the little chuckle at the end. He's like, I'm on.
How would I make gold? That's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
shiny?
I just remember the Hobbit's
Yeah.
face of like, what the fuck are you saying?
All right, do you want me to read this thing?
Absolutely.
Yes.
All right, I did not practice this, so here
You don't have to read
We
it. I
will
mean,
judge
I already
harshly.
read it, but
Here we go.
You already read it?
I
Is it
read
the
it.
thing you
Is
sent
it
us?
the email?
I'm actually surprised, yeah. Oh, yeah, it's just the email.
Oh.
Hey.
Hey, bro, I studied.
down.
I studied my material.
I'm surprised.
I wasn't
You gotta
even,
read it to the viewers.
I wasn't even aware there was
The
a.
viewers think.
Now
This
it's
is true, the
over.
viewers didn't get to listen. At this point, we've said it so many times, I might as well do it.
Might as well, yeah.
The early morning sun breaks over the mountain ridge, shining down on the dew-covered trees. Rustling and chirping noises fill the sky as birds perform their morning acrobatics. A grunting joins the orchestra, accompanied by a strong chung, 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 with a deep ominous groan. The noises bounce off this forest, making it sound as if the trees hum together. You see a thick, muscled, tall man wipe the sweat off his brow.
A chihuahua.
He checks his work and judges only a few more swings to quell this tree. It was either light work or he was lost in his thoughts because time evaporated at an astonishing speed. Soon the creaking and groaning climaxed as the tree fell over, crashing to the forest floor.
Why would you use those words? Was that on purpose?
Yes. The ground rumbled with impact, and to his enjoyment, the sound faded away quickly. He must now drag his reward back to the lumber yard at New Lumberton. Or was it just Lumberton now? He could never remember what the official decree was. In the end, it doesn't really matter, he thought, stepping out of the shade and looking up to greet the sun. It felt like it would be a great day. He still remembered the return. Like it was yesterday, when the whole world froze, the eyes glazed over as worlds collided. That's when people started remembering. Or he supposed they finally woke up, depending on your position. The sun poked out between some trees, reflecting a purple ring around the man's iris. He lowered his head to block the light. It was almost to Lumberton. He wasn't one of those that remembered Kunivar. His home had always been Imora. It wasn't that he thought the world was better before the return, but the stress on the lands was growing rapidly now. He felt reassured that nobody would dare come after Ryleth. Not only was it the strongest nation, but it was also the home of the heroes. And the purebloods loved the heroes, or the other guys, as they were often called. Deep down, a lot of the phantoms did too, like the heroes. But it was hard to remember when racism is at an all-time high. Again, the man smiled at Ryleth luckily did not have a lot of racism either. He was happy with his home. After delivering his tree to the lumberyard, it was time for food and ale before his second shift. Hitting his favorite tavern, he sat his ass down at the bar in the corner with a handful of minutes. Oh, well, that was wrong sentence. Within a handful of minutes, his food and beer were delivered. Right on time. A message board hangs to his right, full of potential jobs and news clippings. It looked dire today. A growing trend, he thought, taking a swig of beer while swallowing a chunk of steak. News headlines. Azon King squashes rebellion, keeps governing body as is. Phantoms overtaking the world. Purebloods blame phantoms for lack of world wealth. Don't go near the pockets! City desolated on border by unknown gang. Looks to be inside job. People rebel. Say they aren't themselves. Power being challenged. There are a few jobs also listed. Lost heirloom. Reward 100 gold. Protection required. Beat me in an arm wrestle. Join the military.
Join the military. Uncle Dan needs you.
Uncle Dan.
And that was it. That was the intro that they got for a year after the world changed to Imora.
Yeah.
And so we can now do the, now. What did your characters do in a year? What are you guys up to?
I have a question.
You can have a question.
Can I forget what the situation between the Phantoms and the Purebloods were when I was reading that? And yeah.
Can you forget?
Me as Kristen.
Yeah, you forgot.
Yeah.
What is the question?
Like, what is the difference between a Phantom and a Pureblood?
So the Pureblood is someone who remembers Kunivar. So they were of like the original world, they called it. And so when it's reshaped and transformed after y'all destroyed Finruk and the power reshaped the world, basically, it melded timelines with Imora, so to speak. So like the damaged melded together. So some people existed or exist only because like Kunivar people melded with like Imora, and or they only exist because of that timeline. So like they would not have existed otherwise. So they were like phantom lives, which could be like whole generations, really.
Were they new lives that spawned from the merge of Imora?
Yeah. They're essentially like gap fillers, like lives like, oh, these people would have met and got married and had a child, and that child would have gone on to do this, this, and this, that the timelines patched together.
But they weren't living already.
Correct.
Okay.
So the phantoms have a purple ring around their iris. And you can only see it if you hold their face in specific lighting, and it's very invasive and aggressive. And so it's obviously considered rude and racist if you hold someone down and like check their iris to see if they're a phantom.
Oh wow,
But they want to be tied up.
But purebloods are also a huge thing, and so that you'll see that the racism, separation, like some aren't allowed into other places.
I think where I was confused was what are the other guys? What are we?
You would
Heroes.
Technically be purebloods
Okay.
because you came from Kunivar.
Oh,
Right.
see, I thought it was the other way around. I thought the purebloods were like they only know Imora. They were only Imora people. So, like
My man's hands are
phantoms
so
had like
small.
2 lives.
No,
He's got that riz, bro.
Other way around. Ghost
Yeah,
lives.
we're a pureblood.
They didn't exist beforehand.
I want to be a pureblood.
Phantoms didn't exist. Yeah, that's a cool concept.
Yeah, that
I was
makes
just,
sense. Yeah.
sometimes I need it clarified because my brain's like,
Which is a struggle for a lot of purebloods because then you have 2 different kind of like memories that start like
Yeah.
blending together
yeah.
at different situations.
So you could like have a memory of like being married to somebody and then they don't exist in this new world. Oh, that sucks.
A lot of marriages split up. A lot of people that were leaders of certain lands are no longer leaders of those lands because different situations happened.
Because Toxin
As the
fucked it
timeline
up.
melded together, different occasions met different people and different decisions were made that didn't offer it to the same people that had those opportunities in Kunivar.
So this timeline was going on parallel to our timeline, and people were living their own lives, but they weren't corporeal lives.
Yeah, technically.
Timelines were like this, and then they went like
They got
that.
ow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wiggly wobbly timey wimey.
So it's the same world, different
Like Doctor
timeline,
Who.
different variation. They
Okay.
kind of like melted together.
Okay.
So
I'll think
different
about it.
versions
Yeah.
of yourself, kind of.
And I just have one more question. So, like, us as heroes, because of what happened and everything, that still makes us our core selves. Like, he's still an Asimar, I'm still a Harrigan. We are not ascended whatever people. Okay.
We're not gods.
Mm-mm.
I'm not using it for a specific reason.
You are marked by the gods.
Yes, we have the
Right.
ring on our
We-
neck.
Yeah.
So it's
or was it
just,
a white dot?
No, it was a
white.
ring.
It was one of those 2.
Like a-
I like to imagine it as a very intricate kind
No, I thought it was a ring because of the
Ring
3
and-
rings prophecy.
of in
It will
a
take the form
situation.
of whatever you desire it to be.
Hell yeah, Will!
Wolf's is just like a
As
dick.
time goes.
Yours is the dick.
Well, why is there a white dick on your neck? It won't go away.
It won't go away.
I think about it all the time. Like, that's why it's a dick, sir.
Watson's like, look closer.
Bryn laughs
and
at me
it's
every
a
night
vagina.
because of it.
Nice dick.
Yeah, that was just a marking of, like, where you've been and, like, it shows that
But nobody
you...
else has it but us.
Correct.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
We are the chosen ones.
We were the ones who said no to the gods.
There are probably some people who hate us because we fucked up the world.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But they're the people that are
And
saying
they're
that the land is no longer rich because of what we
Yeah,
did.
people who, like, lost a lot of the wealth that they had.
Just merchants then, and
A lot of merchants and, like, kings and whatnot. Some of them lost
sexist
rule for their... the shift also like allowed people to realize that certain rulers were not the best choice to begin with, and now the chance to,
Well, good.
you know, overthrow them. So there's a lot of like civil war going on like right at the same time, except for like a few places squashed that pretty quickly. And Ryleth is one of the few places that got shit together pretty quickly, and they all pretty much like you guys. There's not too many people that hate you. That's a lot of where your home is, so pretty much your family is on Ryleth. You're all from fucking the same area, so the cities just kind of like are all there, just scattered about this mountainous, gigantic tree continent with what was his name?
Fowler still the. Or no, wait, that's Mayor Bear.
King Baelor.
Fire.
That's what he goes by, which is Mayor Bear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Thorleaf, that's the guy. He's still
Skulver.
around, right?
Yes, he is in charge of
Hey, your Skulver buddy.
the military of
Skulver Daddy.
Ryleth.
Skulver daddy.
King Thorleaf.
You kept pronouncing
That's
him like
all.
Thairleaf.
Yeah, I had it twisted at the beginning of the campaign.
Anyway, so who wants to go first? You want to go in order?
Let's go in order.
Dom.
Oh shit. Sure. God, how do I do this?
Okay.
So.
With a swig of beer, probably.
Fucking
Oh,
hell.
like almost out.
Oh, you gotta go get it.
Finish it off. So yeah, Giselle is back to human. And yeah, she's got a lot of the same like two-life confusion that a lot of people have of she doesn't really know how old she is, because she knows she lived like 80 plus years, but she doesn't feel like that, and but she knows she aged a little bit after she got turned, and so she thinks she's in like late 20s, maybe early 30s.
She baby.
Yeah. Well, she was 17 when she got turned.
Aww.
Actually, she just turned 18.
Oh, I don't think I realized that.
I don't think I really explained it. Yeah, so I said she was 87 because she lived like 70 years. Because I said she got turned when she was 17. Actually, I'm like, I might write a book about this. I was just like, so I was such in. I think I texted like everybody. I was like,
Give us the plot.
No, I was such in like withdrawal from after the last campaign. I was like, I need more. And so like I was just writing her backstory of like stuff I didn't get to share, or like stuff I was like fleshing out more. So what I ended up doing was I loved that we didn't learn the name of the silver hand. Was that it?
Silent Hand.
Silent hand. Oh, I thought it had to do with silver because there was like the ring of brass. So I thought it was silver.
Order of Brass.
Order of brass. Whatever.
Yeah,
The ring of
The ring
Or
of
the
brass.
ring of
The
the
silver
line.
hand. Yeah.
the cheaper version of the One Ring.
Kunivar. I'm more. Oh my god.
Silver brass, you know.
I really thought it
man.
was the silver hand because of the Order of Brass. But anyway, because I originally in my plot had like she didn't even know the name of her own order because she hadn't been initiated yet. So then when I started fleshing out her backstory, I was like, they were having like a big party, and I never got to explain Giselle's aversion for drinking. Like Bryn was always trying to get her drunk, or like 2 ales for Giselle, and she's like, a water,
Shit,
please,
you
a
got
water.
me, dog.
Yeah, no, she needs a third ale. She needs a third ale.
Guilty.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
The reason for that was when shit went down and like Sadirin betrayed them and Toxin Ghoul attacked her order and everybody died. They were having a big party, and like her father was straight-laced and didn't drink at all, and this was the only time he drank. So she attributed like the reason he died was because he was off his guard and had a few drinks.
All the more reason to kill him.
Exactly. So Sadirin was like, hey, T, attack on this night.
Oh yeah, we got it.
We got it. Yeah, so, but the reason they were having a party was, it was her, like, coming of age. Like, she was about to turn 18. They were about to, like, initiate her in the order. And then everything went down, and then they took her, turned her into a Dampier and stuff. So she was, like, 17, 18, or 17, just turned 18, and then lived a long life. So, yeah. Back to 1 year later, she's very confused, because she's like, I was a vampire, but now I'm human again. I don't know how old I am. But she, true to the ranger that she is, lives like outside of Lumberton. So she doesn't like live in the city because she's still like isn't a big people person. And her heart is where the animals are. So let's see if I got all of this. Yeah, outskirts of Lumberton, lives in the woods. I feel like I didn't really talk to you about this, but I feel like Giselle would have like talked to Wolf about like making a like sanctuary in the woods. Like you can chop down the trees like in this part, or like an agreement of some sort of like this is where you get the lumber and then this is where the animals like have their homes.
See, Lumberton's responsible
for lumber. I know.
They chop and
all right. Then that's why she lives on the outskirts of Lumberton. Yeah. Okay, so outside.
They're not just gonna deforest the world. Outside... They chop and plant.
Okay, and they plant. All right. So she's got a agreement there, but she still lives on the outskirts out of the jurisdiction of Lumberton. Where, because that's what she's doing for a year, she's got a...
Lumberton has jurisdiction.
Shut up. She has a wildlife sanctuary. So, yeah.
Nice.
That was given to her by Lumberton.
No!
The benefactor will always be me.
She went to Mayor Baylor and was like, this guy thinks he owns the world. He's not even a prince.
He's a Jarl.
He's a Jarl. This Jarl doesn't know
something. He's a king.
He thinks the whole world is his Jarlton. She's got a wildlife sanctuary, and Obi is an educational ambassador.
Of course he is!
Because
owlbears aren't mean.
He's not the one doing the teaching. She's the one doing the teaching.
They'll rip your face off, but they're not mean.
That's what she's teaching is like, yes, do not impede on their territory, and not all owlbears are like this.
Practice safe owlbear things in the woods, as in hang your owlbear bag amply above the ground.
Please
make sure your trash cans are owlbear proof.
Only you can prevent forest fires.
Yes. Owlbear fires.
I had it of like she's basically like the Hagrid. So she's got this wildlife sanctuary and like they know she's the one to contact if there's like an injured animal. So they'll either like send her a message and she'll go across the continent to go pick up an animal or like take care of it and stuff. But yeah, Obi is it's called the Riveria Ranch.
Just water.
And she's got different sections. This is why I texted you and you never got back to me. That like Tom Lumberton or something
or like
Ted. I don't know. You texted somebody about Ted who lives in Lumberton.
They said he like died in Lumberton or something.
Fuck.
You're like, what the fuck?
And then I was like, can there be a Ted?
Yeah, you search on Google, Ted Parker, obituary, Lumberton, North Carolina.
You're
like, the fuck?
That's an actual place in North Carolina.
There's a Lumberton in North Carolina?
Yes, and I drive through it every time I go up 95 to Virginia.
Is that why you named it?
No, it's just as a happy coincidence. Happy accidents. Thank you, Bob Ross.
Just like my painting right now.
Is there a Ted who died in Lumberton?
Yes.
Sure. No, I mean like in Kunivar, Amora.
Sure. Why
not? Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So there's different parts of her wildlife sanctuary that like some is like a petting zoo, some is like so the animals that cannot be released back into the wild are the educational ambassadors and like help people of Imora learn how to be with animals and stuff. She's Hagrid. There's Hendrick's house, which is for all the injured animals. So it's the the word hospital. Anya's aviary. Aviary. Is that how you say it?
No. Yeah, aviary.
For aviary, yeah. For the winged animals.
Anya?
My mother.
That's it. I was like, I recognize that name.
She didn't get talked about much. Yeah, I didn't really talk about my mom much.
I forgot her name a lot, so.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I recognize that name. And
I never talked about
it, but I don't know why.
I don't know why I never talked about Anya. So quick backstory of like, when Giselle got turned, like her mother survived. Her mother made it out of the massacre and came back and like rescued her from the cave of vampires and stuff. And then, she was the one that gave Giselle, we gotta kill the guy who killed your dad. And then, for, 50 years, they tried to track down Sidirian and Toxingul, and then her mom died. And then Giselle, continued the quest of revenge. And I never, shared that or talked about it.
Did you tell me?
I don't know.
Because I feel like I've never heard that.
I was like,
Well, the names
shit,
I never.
That was material.
I'm sorry.
Like, hot damn!
Shit, that's like a whole session I wouldn't have to write.
I'm sorry. Oh, trust me, I've got a whole backstory for campaign 2, so we're Gucci.
Oh, that's
We're
hilarious.
Gucci fam.
I love
But
it.
anyway, Anya's Avery. Who's Anya? I feel like the names though. I feel like I was kind of like him of like I didn't name them until like half the session, but yeah.
I just pull names out of my head.
Jeffrey.
Well, here's a name that I'm pulling
Frankie
out that,
Four Fingers.
that y'all are probably not gonna remember.
Oh god, here it is.
So I've got Max Pack. Does anybody know? Does anybody remember a Mac? Captain Mac?
I know a Max.
Yeah, Captain
I
Mac.
know a Max Patch in North Carolina.
No, that's not
Eric, stay
Focus.
on task.
How can you
Focus.
forget Captain Mac?
Captain
you.
Mac, I know. So she named, the Max Pack because she feels bad that, like, I mean, unless he's still living in this, but I feel like he's dead. Like,
Oh no, he was murdered by the owner.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, the Oni. So, yeah, his
Yeah,
whole
took
family.
over
Yeah,
his
so
body and then
Giselle.
ate his
Oh
family.
shit! I
Goddamn
forgot about the
Oni.
Oni.
Yep. So
Yeah,
she
fuck
named.
that.
Something
thing.
Yeah,
subtle.
so she named the pack, and
Bitch.
those are the predators that, like,
Oh, okay.
roam and stuff. So, anyway, there's Brell's Barn, which is where the
Oh.
hooved animals go. So, the goats and the sheep and the horses and stuff.
Is
where she-
Brell still alive?
No, Brell's
That
dead.
bitch is dead,
Bro,
dog.
that
She's
bitch
been
was
dead
dead.
for a
Let it
while.
go.
I'm just
Let it
kidding.
go, Wolf. Wolf to this day still thinks Brell is like somewhere in Lumberton.
Oh, he's just around.
Just
the
randomly
corner.
talks to him
It's
just
like,
as he's chopping
nobody
wood.
tell Wolf
You know,
that
girl,
he's
sometimes
dead.
I think about, I'm gonna come for you one of these days.
Yeah.
Brell just like ports down from the gun.
Yeah.
So, Brindler,
Like
there's
Stardust,
Amelia's
that movie.
Expanse, which is the free roam animals. There's Kaima's Cave for the bats and the bears, and Lucina's Lake for the swimming animals.
Nice.
Hey.
And so
That's lovely.
she's got. I mean, she's not the most social, but she does go into town from time to time. And
How
you
much
know,
does it cost to go visit the animals?
I don't know. I don't know.
2 silver.
This is a random
It's
question that
free,
someone asked
but
you.
donations are appreciated.
Yeah.
How much?
they-
How much B City costs? Yeah.
With a mandatory
I don't know.
30%
Daddy
donation.
Wolf.
30% of what?
Daddy
I don't
Wolf
know.
just Daddy Wolf's her
That's
ambassador.
the
So
polite way of saying you better fucking
Yeah.
tip us, dog.
That's the passing
Yeah.
around of the Tide buckets, and they're looking at you like,
Mhm. Yeah.
You gotta realize that you're one of the heroes, so it's gonna be quite popular.
oh yeah,
Alright.
oh yeah.
I mean, it's gonna be flooded.
Yeah, that's what she hopes to. She hopes to leave the legacy of like somebody else will take over it and care for animals as much as she
Cool, I like
she wants
that.
to. Yeah. So Riveria's Ranch,
Well,
Wildlife Sanctuary.
Cool.
I love that.
speaking of Daddy
Daddy
Wolf.
Wolf. What's Daddy Wolf up to?
Daddy.
Daddy Wolf is quite literally a daddy now.
Daddy!
Oh shit!
Oh shit!
Stop.
Little baby Wolf.
Wolf got to work. The second everybody got back.
Wolf.
Oh my god.
So Wolf has, I guess, if it's a year later,
Yeah,
it would be like 3.
probably your
Yeah,
res
3
Zach.
months.
3
3
months.
month old.
Yeah.
Oh. I
We
thought you
have
meant 3
we
at
have
one time.
Yolf.
You're a fucker.
Yolf.
Yolf.
I wanted
Yolf,
to say
bro?
I wanted to
Come
say wolf, but I was like,
Wolf,
no.
I feel like
Yolf?
Yolf.
Yolf is rough.
It fits.
That poor kid's
fits.
going
Wait, I
getting
would
bullied.
really allow
Boo.
Yolf.
That kid is getting bullied in school.
Yeah,
And,
no facts.
hang on. We have Brynhilda.
Excuse me? Excuse me?
Excuse me.
Brynhilda?
Brynhilda. So we have
I'll allow it.
Hey, congratulations.
Yeah.
we have Yolf and Brynhilda,
Yolf.
twins.
Okay.
Twins, of course.
Face
Wolf
Devil
and
in the trouble.
Iwan got to work
Devil
pretty,
children.
pretty quickly.
Spoiled brats.
Good job, buddy.
Almost
Happy.
6.
You knew where to
Yeah,
Marigold
happy for
Marigold
ya.
is living her best life in the stable / pasture that Wolf has developed behind the log cabin castle that is still his abode.
log cabin.
Probably more grand than ever.
So and yeah, Wolf, Timon, and I'm assuming Bren got together and created their own beverages of choice. of the alcohol
Lovely.
sorts that involve effects in the brewing process.
Oh.
So it's a double whammy.
Oh, yeah.
Gets you buzzed and it mellows you out.
It'll
at
get
the
you
same
drunk.
time.
It'll get you fucked up.
It'll get you fucked up.
Pass the yellow, please.
So yeah, the three of them created the new Lumberton Fire Belly Brew.
Fire belly.
Yeah, it's
Ooh, that's good.
quite potent. And yeah, Wolf is
Fireball. Sorry.
Wolf is just still on vacation.
Literally daddy
Oh.
fire.
Still on
He got kids. He ain't on vacation.
He's out in the woods chopping trees.
Oh, so Ivan's taking care of him. I see.
Yeah, doing his thing.
Yeah.
There's no longer a Hatchet Crest because that was lost in the Great Merger.
The great
His parents passed away
Oh.
sometime in that 1 year.
Yeah.
Damn.
So
Tough time. No, you really are Daddy Wolf.
Daddy Wolf.
so
Much less fun, Daddy Wolf, but okay.
Daddy stressed.
yeah, Daddy stressed.
Got two youngins running about. Well, not running, but.
Well, is timing working for you still?
Daddy, no.
Yeah, I'm gonna still be around.
Daddy, no. No, Daddy, no.
And that's Wolf.
All right. I need to get a beer before Kristen starts.
Ooh, does that mean I can pee?
Oh, absolutely.
Free time. All right, good.
Well, I guess we could take a little break.
The hummingbird bladder.
I hadn't even thought about it this whole time.
Dude, I had the longest
keep
pee
it rolling
ever.
if you want to.
Oh yeah, we'll just fucking keep it rolling.
Why
No, I'm stealing all the paints.
No, that's fine. We're just gonna keep it going. Why not? You know?
My character is absolutely murdered.
Your character's good.
He's just rough. He's rough.
Oh, that character.
I
Do
mean,
you guys want to bother with ordering the pizzas or too late?
it's up to you guys, bro.
All right.
It's up
I'm
to
down
you
for
guys.
whatever.
All right. Did you rehash? Re-up?
I did slightly.
Me too.
Yes, I did slightly. Yes.
And boy.
Yes, sir. You know.
Yes, sir.
You know I'm on it.
You know I'm on.
Oh, Bugbear Brown. It's not Bugbear Brown anymore.
Bear.
Mayor Bear's still alive.
Bear.
What is Total up to?
Total.
Is he still in this world? He's gotta be. Please. Please don't tell me, my boy.
Well, let's go to the trough.
Oh no!
Go to the trough,
No,
shall
don't
we?
let the trough decide.
We'll roll the new dice.
We'll let the dice
Thanks to Kristen.
allow. This
Oh, Jesus.
is like
Hey.
Watto playing against Watto gambling right here.
Right, let's see. I don't know.
Blue is the boy. Red
Right, I don't know
is
if you can-
mother.
I don't know if it's going to focus or not, but if you can see, Kristen got us all these gigantic
Yeah.
D20s.
Oh, let me see yours, Don.
Mine's white. Oh,
Yeah.
Donna's
Yours
dope.
is cool.
Yeah.
Mine's Kunivar colors. I got
Yeah.
purple and blue.
Very cool. I like that.
Can I hold?
Ooh! 18.
If you rolled a natural 20, that'd been awesome.
I like the shine on this one, dude.
Right?
Alright.
Hey,
18 means he's still alive.
Okay, good.
He is a carpenter running his own business, employed by Wolf. Daddy Wolf keeps him employed.
I got finally a liquid core dice. So.
Oh, nice.
Oh no.
I had to roll to see if Total was still alive.
You know, that's something I should probably consider is, am I getting a new dice set
I did.
before? You did?
New character.
Dude,
dice.
you have to,
Yeah.
absolutely. I have a
Probably
couple
won't
that
have it
haven't
by next
opened if
week,
you want
but-
some. If you want to go shopping.
Nah,
I got some.
I got a hand pick.
Yeah,
I got a
know.
hand pick.
I got some that are like the same size as the big D20s, and they're all that size. And the D6 is so fun to roll for some reason.
Ooh, I like liquid core. Yeah. No, that's not.
First, I'm gonna go digital. I'm gonna see what the digital store is
Go
looking
digital
like.
dice.
Shall we?
19, baby. This random mambo.
Oh, I know, it's still there.
Mamba.
All these years.
Mamba?
It was one of the candies that was left over that Eric never ate.
What?
Eric doesn't eat as much candy as he likes to brag about.
What? I ate a whole fucking container of gummy bears this morning. You didn't even know I had them.
Have you tried the
Exactly.
Have you tried the sugar-free gummies that like Amazon, like it makes you shit your pants or something?
Yeah, they're in the bottom.
One, I would never try.
In the door.
Free. So first
Where
off,
are dice? Okay,
Not
we got
even in your
no new
old
skins
age.
here.
first off,
D&D Beyond, give me more dice.
No,
to buy.
Definitely.
don't.
I
Fuel
will
his
buy them
addiction,
all.
Don't do it. What was I gonna say? Do you want to look La Croix? Would you like a
LA
passion?
Crocs?
For now.
Passion?
I got this.
Okay, LA Crocs. Yeah.
Did you want? There's a tall. That koozie right there is for that bottle.
Which koozie? Oh yeah. I'll take it.
Yeah, go get it. Just push it on there.
Oh,
it's tight,
jeez.
but you can make it fit.
I'm trying. It's
You gotta
it's
wiggle
tighter
it a
than I
little
know
bit.
what to do with.
Spit on it.
Oh, oh buddy.
Buddy.
I'm trying. I'm trying.
I'll be trying.
Here we go.
The twist always helps.
She looks actually really good, and I'm okay with how she's looking.
I'm impressed.
At the moment.
Yeah, much better than mine.
She's so
Kind of going the whole unicolor.
Monochrome.
What'd you say?
Unicolor.
Unicolor.
There's not a lot of variation in his style.
It's brown.
He looks like Poopy.
It's brown. It's fucking brown.
Poop is poop.
His hair is brown. His clothes are brown.
Listen, it's not
I
that
painted a whole wardrobe for you, and you didn't copy it at all.
That, you know.
It's not that
I should have
bad.
considered that. I should have considered that.
He's brown.
Do you wanna look at it again?
I love how you say
I'm
unicolor.
I'm pulling it up.
Oh, that guy was there. I didn't copy that so much. If that matters.
Oh, okay.
But
It's alright. It's alright. It's for the threesome.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's
Yeah,
alright.
it's threesome.
It's
I
threesome.
love that we're calling
Threesome
that
rules.
now.
It's very
Threesome
casual.
possibly with a foursome.
With a
Never know.
I'll fuck with you.
Or a
even though about
cinco-some. We don't know.
A single.
At minimum, it's a threesome.
Yeah.
All right, before we
yeah,
get
easy.
too off
that.
tangent, Watson,
Watson.
what happened with you in a year?
Watson.
I feel like Watson was really super homesick, and she went back to Raccoon City.
Yeah,
She
fuck
took-
you, Watson.
Wow.
She took Snow with her, and they built a little house by her parents. Snow does her own little thing with her little magic and her gardening and her little hominess. Saj comes and visits, and I think that she would just focus on educating people about her magic and like Lucina and stuff like that, because how she rejected it, and she was going the like Twilight Circle of the Stars thing, and I think that she felt, oh man, I fucked up and I should have just stuck to this one thing because this was what was given to me, and not rebelled. So I think that she does that, and I think that she in her little vanity would have statues of herself around cities that we have
that's
frequented.
Wow, Watson, you're conceited.
I said in her vanity. Did I
Is
not?
Watson,
She's
are
like,
you that
yes, we're
cocky?
leaving
Are you that
things
egotistical?
I mean, let's be honest, guys. You're crazy if you think statues were not made
Yeah.
of you.
I feel like
Well,
Giselle
I
would
think
she would make
Watson's
one.
like, that's
You
the
got a good point.
other
You have me
guys,
there,
and this
though.
is me.
Well, I
No,
feel
I think that she would make one of like herself with like Lucina being like the focus and like bestowing grace and stuff like that. But then I think with the tales of like us as other guys, I think it would be natural for people to like do like little monuments like towards us, or like people tell of specific battles that we fought, and somebody like recreates a battle, like the Toxin Ghoul thing, or when we were in the house and stuff like that. I think that she would do that, and I think that she would message Bren and prank the shit out of him all the time and get on his every last nerve. But then he would still come once a month for Sunday dinners and shenanigans. That right,
Sunday dinners.
And this is all pretty aligning pretty accurately. This all sounds like something I would do.
And we would love him and give him all the warmth that he needed because he was in Sculver in a cold place.
He would teleport.
I don't know.
We don't know.
Yeah, that's me. I think that's what Watson would do, and she would try to develop, her magic and her skills. But I think she would start to be more like family oriented and not so crazy tricky.
Interesting.
But still do tricky things, mainly to Bryn.
Which he suffers for.
Big bravo.
Which he's paying the price for. He's putting his body on the line for Watson's pranks.
My body.
My body is a temple.
I can't take it anymore.
I forgot to say, because of all of the mushrooms that she got to
Indulgent.
fucking take at every opportunity, she was always like, there's a basket of mushrooms. Don't mind if I do collect everything. I think she would start to cultivate and learn everything she can about that and implement it into her magic and stuff. But
Very
Cool.
that's it.
I like that.
Flying
That's
mushrooms.
Mm-hmm. Inflict wounds, mushrooms. She doesn't have to be right up there. She can just kind of toss a shroom into the anus.
Oh yeah.
That's quite an
And she-
elaborate scheme.
And she teaches
Yeah.
how
One
to...
does not just accept a mushroom to the anus without knowledge.
There's no chance you know what's
That's
coming,
a great
bruh.
point, Bo.
It's coming for you.
Very point, Wolf.
That's a great point.
No one expects the Spanish Inquisition.
Maybe I'll check.
Yeah, so I think Brindler would be still not in Skulver. He would be chilling with Wolf and Lumberton still if
Okay.
Wolf would allow him to. And
Fucking course.
He's a retired man.
he would be like the helping hand of, I feel like, the town and help Wolf. But he would be helping farmer dudes if they need help, maybe for a couple days, maybe on their farm, or transport goods to them if they need it. Maybe they need something from the town, or they need a special part kit, and Brindler can make that happen faster for them. And then if he sees anyone in the city that might need help with something, he'll help out. And he's just the big jovial guy around town. That's you'll catch him playing with the kids, or helping people out work wise, because he's still jacked, and he's still got that raw energy, so he's still doing a lot of physical stuff.
Your time in 2.0.
Time in 2.0. And because I don't need a salary or a payment for all these jobs and stuff, because I feel we still had gold at the end of the campaign, right?
You guys are.
Plus, Wolf is just
Wolf, you would probably help
whatever
him out.
you need,
Pay for
take it.
anything,
Yeah.
The coffers are yours.
See, Daddy Wolf pays for Rivera.
And then now, because I haven't spoken to Giselle about it off screen, but I feel if with her farm or her animal area, he would go there, help her with the animals.
I was actually just thinking, I feel like there's a giant toad in there.
Oh my God!
That
Yes, Rocky.
that has been named Rocky.
A rock toad.
Not a rock
Stone
toad, just a
toad.
giant toad.
Yeah. So he would be bouncing around and chatting with people and stuff. Pretty much, I keep telling other people he's retired. He's just but he's still young. He's mid 30s to maybe 40. Oh wait, well, how many years ahead is this? Yeah, just 1 year. So he's in his upper. I think his character is upper 30s or something. But yeah.
Yeah, you're not.
So he's still
I don't
hanging
know
around doing
how
shit,
old Brandon
and kind of hanging out in Lumberton. Not really going too far. I feel he wouldn't go on some big extraordinary religious journey or something like that again. Or travel somewhere just to see something. And then he'll hang out with Watson and stuff too, obviously. And then he'll force Watson once a year to come to Lumberton for a giant feast.
Yeah.
Because there has to be giant feasts in Lumberton.
Yeah.
And if there
And
wasn't,
Wolf would just be like, Watson, why does he have to force you?
yeah, here we go.
Those are his words. You know how
Yeah.
he is.
So I feel that would
Let him
make
have this, let
that
him
would
have
make him happy. Just being able to help out the
Yeah.
town in any way. Maybe security. Hey, maybe there's a big bear or
the
something
bouncer.
in the woods.
You know what's
Brenda would go handle to kill the bear or something.
Whoa, hold
I
on.
literally,
Remember.
I think I was telling you, I was like, I envision Brindler as like the replacement of, Brel.
Mm.
He is the trainer of the local militia,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
man in charge of like defense, because Wolf chops.
Yeah.
He is not like that's
Yeah,
why
I mean,
Bren was there
yeah.
to
Really?
teach him
If
the
that's what
ways
you
of
think, I
combat.
mean, I would be okay with Brindler doing that.
Yeah,
Training
Bren would be
people.
like the new man in charge of like, hey, the town loves everybody, but needs to defend
Yeah,
themselves.
you gotta be ready. Yeah.
Wolf saw you as a bum, so he gave you a job.
Yeah, I'm
No,
like
he
always.
gave you a
I'm like the
purpose.
disgruntled
He hasn't
employee.
been the same since he hit retirement.
Anytime I see
No,
Wolf,
no,
I'm like,
no,
these
no.
working conditions
Wolf-
suck.
1000%. Wolf would just be like,
This is a
hey,
union.
Well,
Yeah.
you can't just make people chop until they drop.
Yeah.
you know what you're doing, and my town needs garden.
The what? Oh, a gardener?
No, guarding.
Oh, guarding. Yeah.
Bren's a gardener.
It's like, I could learn how to do it.
Yeah, I go sure. Okay.
You need gardening? Okay.
Wolf would just basically be like, Bren, you do you, and just
You
let
do
me
you, boo.
just let me know what you need.
Yeah, I would say Brennan never like officially would be like, "Hey, Wolf, I work for you," but he would just like naturally fall into that role, or Wolf would like.
Wolf would
I
never
need
be
to
like,
fill this
you work for me.
position.
He would just be like, hey, let me know what you need, and
Yeah.
you do it. I trust
But I'll
you.
still like kind of like follow Wolf's lead, according to how shit like. But he knows I'm kind of just like doing my own thing, but just like super helpful.
Oh, you did become
Super
Daddy
helpful.
Wolf.
Yeah, Wolf is just hanging out, and he's just like, hey, you guys, you do you. Let me know what you need.
Anyway,
and I'll make sure you get it.
anytime Brenner may be walking with some people he's training, let's say they're like soldiers or town defenders or guards, whatever you want to call them, walking in the streets, we see Wolf. Brendan would be like, make way for the king! Make way for the king!
Hey, Wolf would
At
be like,
attention!
I'm not a king. I'm a fucking jarl. God, Bren. And he would
Brendan.
just like, he would just look at you and just kind of slap you on the shoulder and keep walking.
Brendan just wait for him to leave. Harry's.
Real question is, would you still be saying, I'm Brindler, a knight,
Brendan
holy
Holy
knight?
Knight.
Because
a
I'm not a
holy
white knight.
Okay, alright. Just
It
checking.
just-
He'd still be
stops.
like, I'm Brendan Urgamer.
Period.
That is
That's
the
it.
biggest
Period.
fucking huge transition right there.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, it's a big
Stoner
transition
From
for Brendan.
holy,
Or holy
from
knight.
holy knight to I am Brendler Ergamir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Retired
can't
knight.
use
I
the
don't
title
need to,
as
I don't,
my.
yeah,
You're
I don't
retired
need a
then.
title. I am Brendler
Yeah.
fucking Ergamir.
I'm Brendan Urgamer, motherfucker.
Yeah, I don't need a title. I don't need a holy knight.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot.
Oh,
What would each of your characters say in like 15 years as the world starts to break out in war if you would come and fight again?
we would be.
I'll go around.
Sure.
20.
Or you could just say it out loud.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just thinking about time. Age. Sorry.
You said 15 years?
40, 15, 45.
Ooh, I'm gonna need a couple.
36.
I think Brendler would not try to avoid getting involved in a war, but he would gauge how bad things are based off of the intel that he gets, things that he hears, people that he meets, coming in and out of Lumberton or whatever. Maybe he talks with people who are outside of the Lumberton city and other areas, other continents or whatever. 'Cause are they continents?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So,
I feel like corresponding.
if it ever got to a point of where he had to get involved, I feel like he would assemble somewhat of or maybe just do stuff of himself. Just investigate, maybe go out and see what is actually happening, and then maybe form an opinion. But I don't think he would ever join one side again. Maybe do small things here or there to offset the balance of whatever the opposing dark force. Maybe it's not a dark force. Maybe it's just continents fighting each other. For racist issues, like you're saying.
Yeah. Or control.
Yeah, but he would probably try and keep be at Lumberton. And protect the city. Protect the city at all costs. Oh.
Citywide.
Sorry.
I feel like Watson being Watson would try to get the band back together.
Really? You think what? Really?
You'd
If it had been that long.
Blues Brothers it?
So what is it? 25? No, it's
15.
it's just 16 years then. You know?
Yeah.
Or
We're getting the
from
band back
this.
together.
Yeah.
Not the additional.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I feel
yeah,
like,
yeah.
and if towns and our homes were being threatened again, I think Watson would try to get everybody back together to help.
Really?
I think
really?
so.
Okay, that'd be interesting. Because you'd have to convince Brindler.
I know.
And Wolf.
I just want that. I want to be like, what would that scene look like? I was like talking
Well,
about.
13-year-old kids.
Yeah.
15-year-old kids?
At least.
I'm a father
You could have
now,
more than just
Watson.
twins.
That was what
Are you
Wolf.
really?
No, that's what
Oh
Wolf would
my
say.
God.
I'm a father.
One twins.
Yeah.
Two, Wolf would
Yeah,
be
everybody
like,
has their own autonomy,
hey,
but I
I'm
think I
trying
would
to teach these
definitely
kids like how to defend themselves in the world.
Be like, I
how
got
to
that
like
15-year itch.
run the Lumberton the
Gotta fuck
business.
somebody up.
And what is it, 15 years? All this shit's going on.
Oh, this shit.
Wolf would probably pull a Sweden with Lumberton.
Switzerland?
Yeah, Switzerland.
Ah,
Neutral.
Yeah, you
Neutral
would try and
zone.
be like, hey, like, you want to buy your shit from me? Like, I'll supply you with plenty of lumber, plenty of whatever, but don't bring that war to my doorstep.
Don't bring that
Don't
shit over
bring-
here, son.
Don't bring that war to this doorstep.
And then Wolf would probably have to argue with Watson over
Yes, of course.
yeah,
Yes,
over
yes.
like, hey, we need to do something about
I'll
this.
burn him up the asshole.
Yeah.
I would never now. Without his permission.
Yeah,
I think it's pretty much what I expected of you.
yeah. Wolf would be very torn. You'd be very
I would obviously try to convince you, but I would respect your opinion while calling you a,
bitch.
You're a coward,
Coward.
Mom. You're a coward.
And
You're
Wolf
not the
would be
man
like,
you used
I'm
to
not
be."
a coward. I have the
I'm on vacation.
I'm a father. I'm a father.
What if
I
people
have
are
the
threatening
best.
your
I have
family,
the
bro?
interests
What are you
of
gonna
my
do?
people in my mind.
And then what if they're threatening your family and their livelihood? Then what would you do?
Well, Wolf's parents are dead.
Your kids, stupid.
If they want to threaten the livelihood of my kids,
Your kids.
they will have to answer to the reclaimer.
There you go.
Oh,
That's what I was looking for.
And my ox.
And nobody wants to answer to that because they all know that the other guys will.
Ain't nobody.
Yeah, but I mean, we're not all together. Shit. Well, it'd be us three. I guess because Giselle, you're kind of close, right? You said you're outside the city.
I come back into town and
Right.
I drink with Brent.
If Watson tried to convince me to join, she might be able to sway me, but like shit would have to be bad for
Yeah.
Brendler to be
Yeah.
like,
Right,
all
that's
right,
what I mean.
Watson, let's go. Fuck.
I was like, have you seen the state of my garden?
Yeah.
Wolf would,
This is atrocious.
Wolf would be like, shit's got to be pretty bad for Lumberton to take a side.
Yeah.
So
I
that's what I'm
agree
like.
with
Pretty
that.
much whatever you would, Wolf
Yeah.
would be like, here, you
Yeah.
do you, boo boo.
Yeah.
Like,
I like your answer. Giselle?
Yeah, I feel like in 15 years, Giselle would have a family of her own too. And she'd, yeah. So I talked to Eric, or no, wait, I think I talked to you. Who did I talk to? I talked to somebody about this.
You talked to me. It was me.
Okay, that's right. Yeah, I had no, because I also talked to him about it because it was One Piece.
Okay.
It was both of you, yeah, because
It was not me.
Sanji. Giselle has a Sanji boyfriend, or husband, no. If it's 15 years. Yeah, no, I had this whole story of like, because I would think like Giselle would go back into town to like get supplies and stuff, and then frequent the tavern and be with the dudes.
Yeah, frequent the tavern.
Yeah, frequent the tavern, and if
the one time a year that Watson
the
chooses
one
to
time a
come
year
to fucking
Watson,
Lumberton, you piece of shit.
exactly right for the feast, yeah, and
The one feast,
Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
so
Let me
I
fuck
was
some
still
shit up.
I was still the bartender. Iwan's still the bartender there, or is that her job?
Queen Iwan.
Queen Iwan. Oh yeah, is she not the bartender because she's the queen now?
Iwan would just be doing whatever Iwan wants to fucking do.
Iwan's doing whatever
Yeah,
Iwan's
right.
doing. All right. Well, I had this idea that like the cook of the tavern like saw Giselle and like got Iwan to like, here, I'll deliver your food or whatever. Like not have the bartender deliver the food or the server or whatever, and caught Giselle's eye, and Giselle in her awkward charisma of 8 didn't really know what to do with that information, but somehow they got together. and he looks like Sanji.
I swear to God, I'm going to bed. Trust me.
Persuasion
but yeah,
check.
so 15 years later, I didn't even think about
Deception
children,
check? I don't know. What are we doing there?
Dexterity, she's got that. But yeah, no, 15 years later, she would also be torn of like she would want to help, and she still has that like motherly instinct to like protect whoever needs help, but like she would also kind of be like Bren of like assessing both sides and like probably seeing like not really a side to take and not wanting to take a side, but if they dare threaten her home and her family, she'll come at them.
Looking at dice. Benji's looking at his dice.
Yeah, I'm just.
Obi will be on the verge of death at this point.
I'm more worried about this motherfucker over here. Tapping away. Hey, where have you guys been in 15 years?
I know you typed in Albert lifespan.
How long do they live?
20 years.
20. Okay.
He really
He was a
Obi
baby.
dead.
He was a baby in the beginning.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh
Obi's
my
not
God.
dead. He's retired. He's just like
He's
hanging
an
out.
old man
Old
on death's
man.
door. Baby.
Still doesn't understand shit from shit.
No. Poop is poop and food is food.
Yeah. He never ate poop
But
again unless he
poop
wanted
is
to.
food.
The important
Unless he
thing.
wanted to.
Yeah. He knew the distinction. That's what's important. Whether or not the decision
It
was
was
the
his
same.
choice.
Yeah. Oh, that's excellent. I love
Oh,
that.
baby.
That was good, guys.
It was fun.
Gonna be sad leaving these characters, but excited to see what this world is. This new world of Imora.
I really am like frustrated that I'm like, okay, well, bye.
Yeah.
You're gone.
Y'all gone now. Bye,
Yeah.
Felicia.
How interesting, though, that you will still be playing characters at the same time that your other characters are alive.
Well,
It's weird.
That being said, I feel like there may be times where I ask you for, what would your character be doing in this situation?
Wait, so campaign 2 is gonna be same timeline or same?
Well, in the fucking range of your lifespans,
Yeah.
yeah, you'll still be alive. Because I want it around, right now I'm like, I said I was playing with 50 years.
Yeah.
So,
Cool.
you'll still be alive.
Cool.
shit, Wolf might be dead.
In 50 years. No, you got those years
He'd be
back.
80.
You've got those years back, but yeah.
You did.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, you did. I got.
When you came back from...
Listen to the last session. I was fucking around with my age because we were gods,
Yeah.
and I never switched it back from. So he went from like old to young,
No.
then back to old.
When did you say you went back to old?
I said that was like there is no.
Because Giselle went full human. She's like, can I be human again? And you're like, can I get your years back? And he's like, you already have. Like,
There
you
is-
both wanted those years
I
back.
remember in my mind because like when we left that whole scenario, I remember being like, shit, I didn't say that I switched my age back to like.
I think you did.
You did, because you literally asked. You're like, can I have those years back? So Wolf would have wanted to switch his age back, just like Giselle
Yeah,
would
but I
have
was
wanted
fucking
to be
around with Brandon. It's like, watch, I can be old, young,
You
old,
were-
young,
no, you
old,
were-
young.
I
and-
know what you thought it was. You grew your beard out to like super long, and then when we were on the Imora, you're like, how long's my beard? And it was back to normal.
Yeah.
I think that's what you were fucking around with.
I just, it's like, I was fucking around with Brandon in that regard.
Stylish, yeah.
She's stylish.
Nice. It looks great.
Ooh, I'm on 30
That's
now.
good.
Oh.
I'm just glad you didn't go the unit color. I mean,
I will love that
Brown.
forever.
I put black on my boots, y'all. All right.
Their pants.
I painted my guitar.
Listen, we're black. I'm all black.
I'm all brown and a gold guitar.
Yo, can he just be colorblind? Like, really, his outfit's really colorful,
Yeah.
but he thinks he's in all
Yeah.
brown?
I might
It's
have
so,
to
like,
tweak them. I might have to
washed
tweak 'em.
out like greens and grays. Red.
Is it like Bren where the entire figure is black minus like some gold?
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of the same. Kind of the same.
He's the same.
We talked about at the beginning of the recording. Simple-minded process, okay? Simple. We know the way, all right? We know
Oh,
the way.
that's
You don't
good.
do it.
And the way
This
is
is
black.
brilliant.
This is
I love
the
The way's fucked up. Hey, the way's trash.
Is this purple?
Hey, no more metal.
This
dice.
just adds.
No?
No.
So
you
I was
better
writing.
with the acrylic.
You're
Really?
wrong.
Oh, it's
You're wrong.
great.
What are you saying? What are you saying?
I was writing
You're
his
wrong,
character into the like everybody describing their character. I'm gonna have to go back and rewrite it now because I'm gonna make
He's
his
brown,
character.
but he's
Okay, the figure does not reflect him
I
in
am
the
great.
fucking game, brother.
Oh, it
Okay, let's
does,
go and
that-
establish
it does.
that now.
Just
I
take a
am
picture
God.
of your character that you did on Hero Forge.
He's gray.
He didn't do any colors. I don't do any colors either.
Because I know I'm gonna paint it, so it's like.
I've got.
Yeah.
He's colorful on his illustration, and that'll go through.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Either that'll be the color that he thinks he looks like, or not. Whatever.
Is he Tito Pumpernickel?
And you
Color.
will,
No, it's a nice outfit. It's a nice outfit.
Ayla is Tito Pumpernickel colorful.
Yeah, she is super colorful. For the rest of this, though, you know, we can just chit chat, talk about, you know, campaign one more. If you have more questions, I'll do my best to answer them.
Oh,
I
man,
can remember
feel
anything, I don't
feel like
know.
I had questions.
Campaign 1, you said?
Yeah, or campaign 2, or whatever.
Campaign 2.
So campaign 2, yeah, you answered my question about
Yeah, you want questions?
what
I'll answer some questions.
timeline.
Ooh.
When can we start
We're answering questions.
telling you about our? How dare you? Telling you about our characters because I have been holding back.
I have been holding back.
Well, alright, so before you get going,
I hyperfixate over things. You know, whatever you want.
are we calling it, guys? 9:45?
Take all her clothes. Take them.
This went way longer than we expected. I'm not sure when I'm going to end it at this point. But we will jump
I
to
thought you
this
already-
point at the very end, as we all say with our empty drinks. Grab something. Yeah, there you go.
I've got a crushed can.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. To the end of the night, the empty cheers. All of our glasses are empty, so it's not bad luck.
Yeah.
To the one shot or the threesome,
To the
possibly the
threesome.
foursome, and
Hopefully.
to campaign 2.
Hey.
Cheers for watching, everybody.
Thanks for being with us.
Cheers, everybody. Cheers. We can't read.
You just.
Fuck you guys.
Yeah, fuck
I
off.
can't.
You literally cheers.